Are we live?
We are live.
Are we leave?
Yep.
Ron?
What's happening?
Yo.
Clearer background, but anyway, welcome and thanks everybody for joining us for our 5th annual but 6th overall Pawsitive Tails Fundraiser and Year in Review, the wrap up. We've got several awards categories. We're going to talk about 2024 and bowling in general. Bowling balls, we each have Ball of the Year, Surprise of the Year, Shelf Appeal, Underrated, and
honorable mention, right?
Yeah, one other,
the worst one,
yeah.
Least impressive.
Underwhelming. Yeah,
underwhelming. So,
yep.
And then we're doing an honorable, right? Where it didn't have to be 24, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think there was a couple like the theorem that was too late last year to count. So there's a few from last year that we can count, and then stuff like the physics blackout this year. I'm not going to include that because it's brand new and we don't really know about it yet. So
cool.
But anyway, all the instructions are in the description. Something I am going to go ahead and put a ticker up about really quickly. In the description, we have the links for PayPal and Venmo. Friends and family only. Goods and services takes a cut, and so
they'll be refunded.
Yeah. So if you send goods and services, and if you get yours kicked back or refunded, that's what happened. Is you sent it goods and services, it takes a cut. And so they wouldn't be getting the full donation or the full amount. And so friends and family only. Donation. The links to the PayPal and Venmo are they're in the description. They're also in chat. I just posted a message in there. Okay. With links for both. James just posted them.
Yep.
Do not send super chats in if you want to send in donations, because YouTube takes 30% of any super chats that are sent in. So if you send us $50, we're going to get less than 40 of it. Yeah. Now, if you want to still send super chats in for beer money or something, feel free.
Which also, I think I'm hearing rumors that super chats might activate Angel in the Nerf guns.
By all means, yeah.
Rumors, not for certain, but
allegedly.
Yeah. Thankfully, John is coming to us from a undisclosed remote location, so he is marked safe from the Nerf gun tyranny, as far as I'm aware, at least. But Luke and I are. I can see the Nerf gun right now. Luke and I are squarely in the danger zone over here.
Yep.
So, can you grab me a spin drift while you're in there, please?
Yep.
Cool. Just any of them. There's a few on the top of the door and a few on the bottom as well.
And apologies to anybody that's listening to this. Yes, I sound awful. So sorry about that.
You're just trying to not die over there.
Yep.
I've got some special.
Ooh, you got your big Norseman mug.
Shelby dog.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Yeah. So his little pre-chilled beer mug.
Yeah. Shout out to my brother's brewing company. Today is their last day in operation. So Norseman Brewing Company.
Oh, that's today? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
toasting to 8 wonderful years at Norseman Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Starting off with a Alaskan Brewing Company Husky IPA.
Ooh, nice.
Dog
also
stream.
Very appropriate.
Yeah, dog
I was
stream.
going to say dog theme. Very nice what you did there.
440, I appreciate your appreciation for my bluntness.
And for the teetotalers among us, I'm finishing off a Island Punch Spindrift right now, which is actually newer flavor. One of my favorites is passion fruit, orange, guava. And then once I'm done with that, then I got a pineapple Spindrift here as well. So sipping on those. You drink anything good tonight, Johnny? You just kind of...
I'm just drinking a little glass of whiskey. It's actually helping my throat.
Whiskey with a Robitussin chaser, I assume, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually helping my throat, so...
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Here is to a record haul for the pups.
Yeah.
To get started, we do already have over $5,000 donated. So that's 10 of the prize packages already triggered. We do one every 500 until we get to the maximum that we have. Then if we get to 7,300, we'll give away the crystal physics, because we did 7,300 last year. So if we go over that, we'll add a crystal physics to it, and then after that, it's just kind of the more money you send in, the more money goes to the puppers, and the more
chances you have to win something.
Yeah, the more chances you have to win something, basically.
Your name can get pulled multiple times. I think, was it Steve G that had his name drawn like 3 or 4 times last year or something like that?
And so, yeah, if you are in the chat and we get to 9 o'clock Central is the cutoff. So that's going to be 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock on the West Coast. So, or if you're in other parts of the world, this is another thing that I want to mention is we can't send any of the prize packages. We can send you some Pool Wick stuff, but unfortunately it's just lower 48 for the prize packages because shipping a bowling ball internationally is $125 or something. We sent a ball to Alaska, one of the first ones that we did, and that was a fiasco in addition to being $100. So
that's crazy.
But
so we've got those snowflakes out there. Damn right.
Yeah, so we've got the regular prize packs, and then I don't think you've mentioned this yet. We do also have the special adoption kind of side drawing. And Luke, you can probably fill in a little bit of this a little better than I can, but essentially for folks who donate $200 or more, which is essentially the full adoption cost for a dog, they're entered into a separate drawing in addition to the main drawing, which is where's the prize list? A 1500 Polish Zen, so before Softgate, the good ones. A new no box black and silver honey badger, which I actually just saw for the first time in a while, and it looks badass. A bottle stopper that Homerlex made from a tropical surge. A Brands of Brunswick ball of your choice, and then a Brunswick 2-ball tote as well. So that's in a separate drawing for people who give $200 or more. So
the CTD package is here this year, but they are not.
That's stateside only.
Stateside only this year. Yeah,
and we confirmed that with Biddle.
Yeah, it's a big enough package that it unfortunately. Yeah, we have a lot of people from overseas, and sorry. Is really all I can say. Angel and I's gift for the whole thing is
Okay.
Angel and I's gift is that we're covering shipping for all of the packages and stuff that we send out. So it's going to be a few $100 so that we don't take the money out of the donations to send. That's all, folks.
Words are hard.
And donations stop at 9 p.m. Central Time, correct?
That is the cutoff for entries. 9 p.m. Central. That's the cutoff for entries, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is just under 3 hours from when we're saying this at about 6:08 Central Time. Donations are open after that. You're welcome to send in money after that at any time because for the doggos, and the doggos are great.
It'll all go to the dogs.
It'll all get there. It just won't be, if you send in after 9, you won't be included in entries for the drawings.
Yeah. So anything that we get, I think it's normally like a week after we take a check up to the rescue. And even if you're 2-3 weeks later, we will just PayPal Venmo it straight onto them, or they actually do have a wish list on Amazon. They have an Amazon wish list on the website. So if you want to just buy them something directly, skip the whole process, you can just go to the website and buy them something on their wish list.
And then are these one of these in every package? Is that right, Angel? Okay, so these are, hope you can see this okay. These are from Scarred Prints, who is one of our Discord guys. He does custom printed ball cups and spinners. And one of these custom, this is the only place you'll be able to get this design. You can see that okay? Yeah, okay.
Yep, looks good.
It's got a paw print in the middle of it. So this is a one-off design. The only place you can get this specific design is through this drawing. So one of these will be included with every along with a spinner as well.
Along with one of the spinners too. So in every package you get a spinner. These are pretty hefty too. So could definitely knock somebody out with one of these.
No, I'm kidding. But like this one actually looks kind of cool. It's got a little gradient on the side of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of really neat designs. But yeah, thanks to Max, aka Scarred, for putting that together. So
So
did I miss the High Road Max giveaway? That was 3 years ago, Cam. Nice try that.
So the Cam, I was gonna say I did a cam level plug job on James's pink ball.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like fire engine red on a neon pink bowling ball bad. or whatever that was.
Rip.
But anyway, all the information is in the description. I'm not sure if the packages are in the description. I don't think so. So the first thing that we're going to do is go through all the packages and show
what we can.
show the giveaway items off.
Yep.
So again,
off. You sound like Max
From Boston.
Boston.
So
You sound like Click and Clack.
your cousin.
Was it Click and Clack, the Tapper Brothers?
Mhm. Yeah.
That show is so good. I miss that. Yeah, let's talk prize packs.
Yep.
So
Sweet.
And then we'll get into we each have picks for all the
all the various
stuff.
categories. Yeah.
We'll talk about bowling in general. We'll talk some more bowling because we're going to be here for 3 hours. So
If we aren't able to get through a decent recap of the year in the bowling world, plus talking about up all awards,
yeah.
we got bigger problems.
If we don't, it's Luke's fault.
yeah.
Yeah, possibly some my fault. Too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. What do you say we start at the end with the special pack? Go from there.
Yep.
So I got some of these sitting. Was this Zen and Badger, right?
Yep.
Cool. First up, this is one of the better looking Zens that I have ever seen.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, it's a 21J, which means December 2021 is when this was poured. And it's got a bunch of it's kind of white phasing, also known as hook milk, sprinkled throughout it. I don't know about you guys, but I always liked the look of the more like the Zens that had a bunch of big blobs of different colors instead of like more kind of tight swirls.
Yeah.
This is definitely a little more on the blobby side. So looks really, really good.
Yeah, it's a good pour.
Loved by a lot of people. And yeah, I forgot how good this ball looks just in general. So I'll plunk that one there. And then do what?
Is that not a ball level plug job? Not quite. He's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Luke, I'll let you talk a little bit about this one. This is
Kyle.
the black silver honey badger.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So, and this was of course, they don't make honey badgers anymore now in Utah. So this was a global, or this was a San Antonio plant.
Oh, really?
Honey badger.
I did not realize that.
Mhm.
Wow.
What is this? 19 GHK or whatever?
What's the fourth letter?
J.
19J, yes. December 2019.
So yeah, this was before they fully moved this was not in the first batch. This might actually be an overseas ball too.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
That was I remember it's an overseas ball.
Yeah. Black gold or black silver honey badger.
What is the cover on? Is it S71?
Yes, S71, which is R2S.
It's
ish.
Slightly
R2S
juiced R2S. It's probably E-Trax territory.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like Idle Synergy type stuff, cover wise.
I can't imagine how good it looks in person because it looks really cool from just here.
Honey for doggos.
It's the camera probably does not do it justice.
Yeah.
So
Is it like charcoal?
Might have to eat some cyan cookies or some Lucky cookies anyway.
yeah, it's got this like marbly type of. I don't know if you can even see it, but like half the ball has this like marbly effect on it.
Yeah.
Looks sweet.
Yeah, I do like the pours from the San Antonio plant. They had
Yeah.
some really cool looking stuff.
Yeah.
So that's one of the balls in there, and then a B7 ball of choice. And so basically anything on
I can barely even see that.
yeah.
Got top weight.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm setting it on the roller and like
That's great.
CG sideways,
Yeah.
and it just goes straight down.
I was wondering if that was you or if it was doing it on its own.
No, that was on its own. Yeah, so that is so these two. Can you grab the?
buddy?
Are you able to reach over?
Yeah.
And grab the tote?
Hi, buddy.
Well, first off,
Hey, buddy. I know.
special visit from Storm Doge,
Rescue dog.
Sup,
Dingus
dog?
extraordinaire.
God, Bill Burr's got something really funny on rescue dogs. Like, why do they call them rescue dogs? Did you actually like go out there and track it down and get it out of the snow and the wet and the muck? No, you went to the Humane Society and you got it for free.
I mean, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
You didn't rescue this dog. But
And there it goes. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to put this badger away, or else I'm going to keep playing with them on that spinner all night.
All right. So what else?
So these go with just the 2-ball totes.
Yeah, the super prize package is if you donate $200 or more.
Yep.
And for every $200, you get an additional entry. So if you donate $200, plus you still get main raffle entries. Yeah, so it's not like if you do $200, you're just putting in an entry for the main prize package. Yep. For the big one, you're still getting 40 entries for the general stuff. Plus you're getting
the special
entry into the special drawing. If you send $400, you get 2 entries, $600, 3, so on and so forth.
Yep.
All right, what's the next item?
Just need the 2-ball tote. And that is 2-ball tote and the surge stopper if you got it. Yeah, so this 2-ball tote has a bunch of ball cups inside of it. I don't know if those are going with it, but very nice. I actually really like this colorway of the Brunswick bags. Oh,
yeah, that's sharp. I like that a lot.
Nice. And then that bottle stopper is made from a
tropical surge,
a black and gray and emerald tropical surge pearl. Looks really nice. Camera might not be catching it, but it's got a ton of like depth and like character to it in person.
Yeah, and this is like a primo thing too. So he doesn't just kind of glue it onto the end of the thing. It's actually unscrews so that you can clean the stopper end without getting water on. Not like water to hurt the ball, but it's just a nice thing to be able to do. And that way this screws in. So if the glue comes off or something, then you're not just, oh, okay, well, I guess I got to Gorilla Glue this back together. No, these are
it screws in. Yeah,
primo.
Yep. You could probably you're gonna see it for a sec.
Yep.
Yeah, I could knock somebody out with this if I wanted to.
A pizza cutter.
Yeah.
No, that's a murder weapon. That pizza cutter is ridiculous.
That
with the pizza cutter in the snack bar.
Yep. So yeah, that is so that I'm just gonna keep the bag over here.
Thanks.
So that's the super pack for the donation for the adoption cutoff, which is again donation of 200 or more gets you entered into that, plus all of the other stuff. I guess for the rest of it, let's just kind of run down the list top to bottom. Got a package of a bunch of CTD stuff. Do you have the image for that, Luke? Or no?
I think I had it.
Okay.
You see, it took away all of my stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
So let me see. I might be able to. Let me see. Overlay. I might have it from last year.
It's a similar pack to last year, but it's not exactly the same, if I remember correctly. So
it's not exactly the same, but
it's the same general concept for sure. Yep. So there you go. So it's basically a bunch of like surfacing and cleaning products from CTD. Their True Cut pads are phenomenal. Some of their cleaning products are really, really good, and then a couple chamois and other associated things.
Yeah, so thanks to Biddle for that one.
So yeah, thanks to Biddle for the hookup from that. I believe it's going to ship straight from CTD HQ to you.
Yeah, and I think I don't think it's anything that Biddle paid for, right? So it's donated by.
I do not know for sure.
I don't know if he's paying for it or not.
He reached out to them and got it taken care of one way or another.
Okay,
so thanks, Biddle, and
Biddle plus Ron Hicklin plus CTD. Many thanks for that. Yep.
And they are rescue dogs because otherwise they would be euthanized. So they did save them from death.
That touche. Get him, Angel. Yeah, so you got the CTD pack of a bunch of awesome stuff from Biddle and the folks at CTD in Kentucky, I think. Yep. Is that over there? Yeah, Kentucky. Yep. Then I donated essentially a $200 up to $200 item of choice from Bowler's Mart. When I believe I think Fizzled won this last year, if I remember correctly, and he ended up getting an absolute power. I think he really ended up liking that. So do what? Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, so basically anything on Bowler's Mart that's $200 or less, I will buy it for you and have it shipped to you straight to you from Bowler's Mart. Can include stuff that's been announced but not released yet, so you got some options there. Homerlex and Missed Move from Discord kind of tag team for these next two. We have a couple of bowls, and I mean like actual big bowls. I think Luke is pulling them out. This is made from an original High Road, and yep, it still smells like a High Road, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
When you get to Cameron Ditzler's,
yeah.
he's paying from his from Bowler Supply.
Okay, sweet.
So it is whatever they have in stock.
Perfect.
So
Sweet.
some
Okay. Yeah.
variation there. But
Yep.
okay.
Not meant to be a weapon. I don't know, Homer Lex. Intent and reality are not the same thing. But yeah, so that's the one that Luke's holding is from a Night Road, which
Yeah, and I wish you could see the sparkles.
the
on
sparkles and it's got this like purple tinge to it that you kind of see
Yeah,
on
maybe you
certain
can see
angles
it
of
on
light.
the
It
very
looks
side of the screen. there
phenomenal. Yeah.
with the freaking
But
ring on there.
The really cool thing is you can see the kind of the boxy part, is that's actually part of the core. So like
Yeah.
these are chopped straight from the outside of a Night Road or
Mhm.
High Road and a Night Road. So each of these are a prize as well. I'm going to hand that back to you. And then the timeless pen. Do you have that handy, Luke?
Yep.
Cool.
There. Sorry about that.
Yeah, all good. Got a really, really, really cool. I think, Luke, you were showing this on the Breakdown Pair stream last week. This is a really, really special pen crafted from a timeless with some clock parts built into it. And also comes with this really handy Lexcraft leather carrying case for it. So it's calling it one of a kind, I don't think really does it justice. Is that is that a fountain pen?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's
So
phenomenal.
this is ridiculous.
Literal blunt weapon.
Yeah.
But although I'd feel terrible using it like that because it's got like I don't know if you can even see it all that well. You can see it okay, but it's all kinds of little like gears and cogs and such.
It's purdy.
Yeah, very much so. I always thought the timeless was a really, really good looking bowling ball. So
Yeah. It was good looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I said good looking. I chose my words carefully.
Really, 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 really ridiculously good looking.
Next up, we have a High Road T pizza cutter and a pen made from a Night Road. This is the pizza cutter of death that Luke was referencing earlier.
Now that's a knife.
Oh my goodness. I've never actually, wow.
Yeah, that thing's legit.
Pen.
And yeah,
Night Road pen.
Night Road pen. And this pizza cutter would cut through many things beyond just pizza. It's actually got the pin right there from the ball. So that's actually kind of cool. Is this from the High Road T that you used at Tulsa a few years ago?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, it is.
Yeah. So a lot of blue, a little bit of silver. And I mean, this probably weighs 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably
this
a couple
is-
pounds.
This is heavy.
Yeah.
So and same deal as like what Luke was showing with the bottle stopper is, and you can see here it'll finish unscrewing at some point. But
yeah, so
it
that
all-
way you can take the head off and clean the head.
Good. There we go. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
Unscrews, comes apart.
But yeah,
makes
it's
it,
even
makes
got
it
a little-
cleaning really easy.
got a little
but-
washer on there.
Yep. So, yeah. So
So-
there's that, and then
You can cut through it, Michelle.
Yeah.
You can cut through a steak with this. I feel like.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Challenge
it weighs
accepted.
enough- It weighs enough. Just go whack and it's good. So there's
Yeah.
that back. And again, all of these bowling ball. I guess. What do you call these?
Yeah. I don't know.
Items? Yeah.
Art products, whatever.
Art
else.
products. There we go. Yeah. These are all made by Homer Lex, aka Mike Lexa. He's made a lot of really cool stuff for us in the past, and so these have all come from him. Any other bowling balls that he had sitting around, or stuff that us or others had sent to him for this purpose.
Yep. Homer Lex made
So-
all of these, and you've seen that I've been putting the stuff in the videos lately, kind of showing stuff off. There is in the description of any of the ball videos, there is a email address if you want to contact him about having some stuff made for you. I actually had somebody ask me today. They said they wanted a shifter knob for their car, so he'll be reaching out.
That's actually kind of sick.
He'll be reaching out to you, which would be really cool. Like if I still had my Civic Si.
What
And
ball?
Homer's he's in the chat with us too. So
If you were gonna make a shifter knob, this is a fun little side question.
Mm.
If you were gonna make a shifter knob for your car, or have Homer Lex make one for you, what ball would you want it made from? Anything foreign, overseas, anything stateside, overseas.
Actually,
I know my answer.
A Nova one would be really freaking cool.
That's actually, that's pretty close. I was gonna say Halo Burn.
That would be really cool too.
Just something that smells good.
So a high road, got it.
Yes.
Your entire it's a rollerball, not fountain. Okay, sorry, Mike.
That's cool.
Yeah, still sick though. Next package: High Road pen and a Teal Rhino Pro bottle opener. So I actually Storm Frank. Andrew wins.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Because I'd be frantic when I'm driving. Another, and it's got a little leather strap on it, but really, really cool. It was made from a Teal Rhino Pro, and it's got kind of a bronzed off head to it. And then
I promise this looks like a High Road.
Yeah, it actually is a little dark. Entire High Road series got turned into items. That's so, Steve. That part of that is, and Mike could probably talk a little more about this, but High Roads are actually easier to work with because they have such thick cover stocks.
Yeah,
and that's the same reason that
the
Teal Rhino Pro
too.
makes sense. Is it's got a massively thick
Yeah.
cover because there's no filler core. So,
Oh yeah, the Storm Hot Rod. Yes.
which one was the hot rod? I'm drawing a blank on the colors.
It's
Silver and black or red,
and
wasn't it?
candy apple red.
Oh, yep, that. Yeah, I like that.
Not to mention the bulb was really good too.
Hot rod.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would look
Yeah.
really, really nice. I like it. Next package is a Teal Rhino Pro pen and a Marvel Max SE bottle stopper. Oh, that looks really nice. You can actually, so this is made from a Marvel Max SE, which is overseas ball Marvel core. I think the cover was NRG2 Pearl, if I remember right. Yep. You can actually see the little orange flecks there.
Yeah, from the logo.
That's label that's still on the ball. So
Mhm.
really, really cool. Looks phenomenal. And then a pen made from the same Teal Rhino Pro as the bottle stopper we were just looking at.
Yeah. Insight because it wasn't.
Hey,
anything else.
hey,
I
hey,
did
you
kinda like
take
the
that
Insight.
back.
Yeah.
You take that back. The Insight was great.
Ion Max would look really good too.
Oh, yeah, that's
I agree with that.
actually, I'm changing my answer. DNA.
DNA would be sexy.
It's like subtle, classy, but just enough to be interesting at the same time.
Mhm.
Cool. So that's all for the craft items from Lex Craft. These next two packages are mainly from Luke and Angel. Yep. This is the first one. I actually have this ball myself, and it is a lot of fun. This is the Vibe Red Pearl.
What's your buck?
Not a cherry vibe,
Come
a
here,
Vibe Red Pearl. It's an overseas ball, sourced from Bowler's Mart, which is where I got mine as well. Instead of the normal Vibe cover, the cover here is Semtex NE Pearl, which, for the astute among you, you'll recognize that as the cover that was on the Web MB that came out a few years ago. It's kind of a Rubicon UC2 type of idea, but with a hammer label on it. A lot of people really liked it. Like I said, it's a really fun ball to throw. So. And I mean, it's kind of this like two-tone cherry red type of look to it with pink labels.
Kind of looks like a Black Widow 2.0 hybrid
Little
with
bit,
more
yeah.
swirling.
Actually, yeah, a little more red, a little less black, but
Mhm.
yeah, in that same realm for sure. So yeah, this will be paired with a was it $100 Bowler's Mart gift card?
Gift card. So thanks to Cliff Barnes and Bowler's Mart for donating the gift cards.
Yep. And then one other ball that is in the same package, and this is the first. I don't think I'd seen this one in person before. This is a Hammer 3D offset purple silver pearl. What's the cover?
That is purdy.
Neoflex 25. You want to talk about this a little bit, Luke?
Yeah, I have no idea what Neoflex 25 is. But yeah,
It
the
looks
3D
sick.
offset, since the 3D offsets came back, kind of that type of deal where it's basically a big symmetric ball with a little bit of int def. So it's got like 0.008 int def. So it's very, very mildly asymmetric.
Is it similar to the attack?
Yeah, it's kind of in that 3D offset. It's just I think it's a different color attack.
So
Something like
Neoflex,
that, so.
no, it's a different color pearl version of the 3D offset remake.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
So it's a 3D offset.
actually, no,
Remake
it's
pearl.
just a it's just a straight 3D offset recolor.
Oh, okay.
It's the exact same color. 'Cause they're both
They're both pearl.
they're both Neoflex 25 pearl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
this is
it's a black and silver 3D offset from the remake. So
Discard prints make a stand for those half balls you used to get. Boy, he probably could.
I was gonna say that's probably pretty easy.
Oh,
Pause.
we still have one of those half balls left. Maybe we don't. Or maybe that's for like next year.
I think that's for next year because I had
That's for
chipped in
next
a Hybrid Max or Hybrid Nano.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's going to go. We already had all the stuff for this year, so that's going to be a next
Yeah, yeah.
year. So we got a signed ball from a bunch of different peoples.
Yep. So that is that. I think that's all the prize packs. Cameron Ditzler, current stateside ball of choice. This is courtesy of Cameron Ditzler, who lives up in Pennsylvania and works at Bowler's Supply. So this one will be, we'll get you in touch with him and figure that out. But it's basically anything they have in the warehouse, he'll work with you to get it shipped out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then our goal prize, which was 7,300, is that right?
You got Keith Austin on there.
Oh, sorry, yeah. And then a stateside ball of choice. Actually, wait, this is missing one from Tobias too.
Yeah.
Whatever. Current ball of choice in 15 pounds from SPI, courtesy of Keith Austin. Might have the option of other weights as well. Not 100% sure on that front.
Mm-hmm.
Believe we have the same thing from Tobias. I'll get confirmation from that with Angel before we get to the drawing time. And then, do you have the crystal physics over there? And then our goal prize, or our kind of our super goal amount, which is what we raised last year, which is $7,300. If we get to that, then we will have one more raffle item activated, which is this beauty right here. This is a Storm Crystal Physics.
NRG2 Pearl.
what is the scent?
Mulberry.
Oh,
So it's really good.
It smells like a little bit of cherry on top of High Road. It's
Okay.
kind of what it reminds me of. But
And this was a February 2020 pour, so it was right before COVID.
right before COVID, and it's a 1,500 polish ball. So no react gloss nonsense, no post socket nonsense.
Yep.
It looks
Yes.
absolutely fantastic. It looks like if anybody in here remembers the Rotogrip Reckham,
Yeah.
this reminds me of that a lot. Just like not quite as bright on the colors, but looks fantastic. And the atomic core from the physics line is one of my all-time favorites. So if I were to win that, I would not be upset. Put it that way.
Yeah. So, and that will be if we reach $7,300, which we're over $5,000 now.
Over 5,000, and that's before.
Yeah.
I think Angel's behind on getting stuff added in right now.
Yeah, we've had a few more donations here in the last 10, 15 minutes while we've been talking about this. So,
Yep. So yeah, lots of prizes. But again, like the bigger part of it, and I referenced this on my Facebook post when I reshared the link for this earlier this week, is bowling is cool most of the time. But even cooler than that is being able to come together and kind of, raise money for a good cause that's bigger than any of us. And, saving some Pepper Doggos lives is pretty awesome. So chance to do that is great. No complaints.
and thank you for letting me be a part of it again, as usual.
Yeah.
Even though I sound like crap, I'm still here.
Absolutely.
And did you say the scent on that crystal physics was mulberry?
Yes.
Luke, you cannot eat that.
yeah.
Good save, John. Good save.
I'll be here all night.
Appreciate you. I'm just doing a couple quick little bits and doohickeys on my iPad, and then we can start to talk about our ball awards for the year, which is always
On my notes.
a fun thing to talk about. It's always kind of a way to kind of share our personal takes on stuff over the year, because I don't know what either of you guys have picked. You guys don't know what I've picked, so it's always fun to kind of talk through that and kind of see how we end up. So, just to kind of get into this a little bit more. So there's 5 awards that we have, plus a kind of an honorable mention category at the end. Award number 1, Ball of the Year. It's pretty, I don't really need to explain a whole lot. It's just kind of the best stuff that came out, the best ball that came out this year. It can be, we're all picking from everything. I personally kind of just wanted to look at stuff that I drilled, just kind of focus down a little bit more. The flip side of the best ball of the year is the underwhelming ball of the year, the one that really didn't live up to hyper expectations. It was just a flop in general. Shelf Appeal sells bowling balls, so it's worth talking about. Particularly pretty looking ball that kind of caught your eye or that a lot of people like. And then also kind of talking about an underrated ball, one that's actually really, really good and not many people seem to throw or be talking about all that much. And then finally, kind of the surprise of the year. So like a ball that, maybe balls like that in the past you haven't gotten along with, and then one comes along that works really well for you, or just, like I think the Nova was a strong contender in this category for Luke a couple of years ago because it looks just this wild, like black and neon, like huge ASIM ball. And it's like, there's no way we get the stateside, and then we do, and it's actually kind of good. So yeah, those are our categories. What do you say? Let's start with you on this one, Luke. What do you think? What gets your pick for Ball of the Year?
John Lander put something in here, by the way. It looks like the cut at holiday doubles might be a tie at plus 523.
Wow.
Meaning a roll off with one of the teams being Parker and Justin Bone.
Yeah, they added those Thursday squads, so that number went up.
Yep.
And Parker just won a PBA regional doubles title with Brandon.
Parker and Brandon won a doubles. Yeah, I think it was an over/under doubles. Is that right?
Lefty house.
Yeah. Apparently.
All right. Or do we want to start with do we want to build up to Ball of the Year? Or do we want to start with something else?
Do like Shelf Appeal or something?
Yeah, we can start with
let's start with Shelf Appeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Luke and I actually are the same on this one.
Possibly. I'm going for James is picking from the stuff that he actually drilled this year. And whether or not I drilled it, I still reviewed it.
Yeah.
So
because you pretty much everything from brands of Brunswick and from SPI you covered on your channel. So
I'm gonna do kind of 2. I'm gonna do stuff that I drilled and personally threw, but I'm also gonna do just like a general out of the stuff that we reviewed this year. So for Shelf Appeal, I read that wrong. Me for Shelf Appeal is for what I drilled is the Beyond Infinity.
That makes sense
because it's just
I've never seen a ball that looks like the Beyond.
Yeah, it's
so cool,
redonkulous.
Yep.
And I didn't download any.
Don't have it.
So.
It's all good. We don't have anything else.
Yeah, it's not like we don't have time.
Yeah, we're made of time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, partially. Yeah, I mean that's a good pick. Honestly, that doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, because it looks so much better in person.
It looks incredible in person. I've almost impulse bought one 3 or 4 times just because it looks cool.
Yeah, it's just super, super cool.
Yeah. I was I had an original Infinity and it was all right, but it wasn't really the best that I had, I felt like. So the Beyond is really, really cool. And then the Beyond is your kind of general pick.
Yeah.
Or your personal pick.
That's my personal pick of all the stuff that I drilled this year. Now my pick, just period.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero Forge. I'm a sucker for blue, even though Jay Futrell freaking destroyed us with one of these last night.
Yeah.
It looked awful good. Just period. I know this is just one of the best looking balls that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
Again, it's a good looking ball. It's nothing like exciting or crazy, but it's just good looking, and I like the color blue.
Yeah.
So it reminds me kind of a Lane 1 Tsunami.
Oh yeah.
Way back when.
Yep.
So yeah, that would be
I never realized that until you said that until just now. It does remind me of a tsunami.
Little
Stupid
bit.
ads. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Stupid ads.
Sorry.
John, what are you thinking?
This is why I was curious if Luke and I were going to be on the same page on this because we've talked about it so much. I'm going with the Evoke, the Motive Evoke.
Okay. Yeah.
I love the bright colors on it, and ever since they brought it out, I've always wanted one.
That was on the short list for me. It was really tough deciding between that and the. I'm kind of disappointed that I had to leave it out, but.
And I did not drill one of these, like we said, everybody. Yeah. So most of my picks will not be
Oh,
stuff that
come on.
grown. Yeah. I didn't drill much this year. I'm a slacker.
Yeah, no, this is another one that I feel like was kind of in the
so cool
Nova-ish almost. Is like, Motive doesn't have the same overseas presence, I feel like, as SPI, but that was one that's kind of like, man, that looks wild. Like, how is this happening? And then it comes out stateside, and it's like, oh, and then it actually like rolls really good.
I've seen a lot of them, more and more. I know Ken Caudell throws the crap out of one of them. Yep. Pretty much is all I ever see him throw.
Is it not working?
It's a freaking WebP file is what it is.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
That needs to go out. Taskbar.
Yeah, that's all good. You don't need to show a picture.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Green shot here to save the day.
We like those. Perfect. Mine, sorry, I'm watching computer stuff while also talking. Mine, a little more recent addition to the bag, but this was one where as soon as I saw it on the ball return, it was one that Angel drilled, actually, I believe. Angel tested this one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
As soon as I saw it on the rack for Angel, I was like, ooh, that looks really nice.
She still throws it quite a bit too. She likes it a lot.
Yeah, and I've been beyond impressed. This was one, go and pull it up. The one reverb was a ball that I was, when I started to kind of sit down and think through my list this year, I was like, it has to go in the list somewhere because it deserves the recognition.
Yeah, that bright teal on the crimson.
Bright teal and red and black, and just like the perfect kind of accent with the orange labels. Honestly, it was in strong contention for ball of the year for me. Been really, really, really impressed with it. It's one of those balls that kind of feels like it does the right things in the right places, and it looks really cool too. So this is kind of, I had to give it a nod somewhere, and with kind of how everything else worked out, this is where it landed. But it would, if it wasn't here, it would have been an honorable mention for ball of the year at bare minimum, I think. So I really liked the original. Was it the one remix when they first came out with that a couple years ago? And this is just kind of a little cleaner, a little quicker, but same general shot shape. So I have been very, very happy with it. So yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Any other kind of honorable mentions for you guys in this category? Other stuff that you've seen that really stands out for you on the shelf appeal side over this year?
No, I mean, I would second what Luke said on the Sub-Zero Forge. That thing looks really, really cool. Sorry, I'm keeping a minimum here. So
yeah, no, that's all good.
I like the way that the Ion Max looks. I think that's a pretty cool looking one. And then the new the Primal Rage.
Oh yeah,
Primal Rage Evolution, because that's just a classic one, especially with those logos. Like Motive's logos that they put on stuff look really crazy good, and it just that bright neon green against that super deep kind of cherry red looks. It's just kind of a classic look, and it looks really good, even though it's kind of a simpler look. Motive really hits with their with everything. I think because they only do one ball every 45 days, they take their time with it and make sure that it really just pops. Yeah. And so everything from Motive, even the average looking stuff, still looks pretty good. That new, what was Hydra or not Hydra?
Top thrill. Both of the Max thrills.
Yeah, both the Max thrills look really good. The Supra, that new Supra.
Oh yeah.
That kind of yellow and kind of yellow jacket looking.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I've drilled enough Motive balls. I'm done for a while.
Motivated.
Yeah, I think I'm a sucker for anything red, so I think the new Primal Rage was definitely was on kind of the short list for me. The Theorem Pearl.
Yeah, the Theorem Pearl looks really good.
Like I'm not a
Oh,
huge fan of that from a ball reaction perspective. Personally, I do think it kind of gets overshadowed by the original Theorem in terms of like functionality. But in terms of just how it looks on the rack, holy crap, it looks really, really, really good. So, sorry, just updating the spreadsheet. We are now up to $5,375.
Cool.
Raised. So,
yep, we've got a little over 2 hours left, and we still need to get to that 7,300 number. And I understand that this time of the year, I mean, there's a lot of people buying Christmas presents and whatever. You don't have a whole lot of extra cash just laying around to throw at something like this. You're going to be using it for vacations or Christmas presents or whatever else. But the reason that we do it at this time of the year is because a lot of people get Christmas puppies, and then a couple weeks later, they're like, oh, crap, this is a lot of work. And so Christmas puppies end up at a lot of shelters and rescues. And so this is the time of the year, early January, mid-January is when they need this stuff the most.
Yep.
So that's why we do it at this time of the year, because they get absolutely slammed after Christmas with a bunch of, oh, yeah, this wasn't that great of an idea stuff. So yeah, we realized that we could get more money. And if we did it another time of the year, we actually started by doing this on Angel's birthday. But it just works out so much better for the rescue to have it at this time of the year. So,
can you toss this in the trash?
Yep.
Thank you.
So yeah, Rice and Holloman were plus 743 and leading before the last qualifying.
Jeez.
Yeah, underdogs, team underdog.
Got him.
Don't start with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Sub-Zero polished.
Yeah,
That looks sick.
That would be disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that it just
Max makes me look like I have referee.
yeah, like I said, Jay Futrell destroyed us, and that I swear he's going to be throwing that ball the rest of the year. And if he does not average 240 the rest, I would bet on him averaging 240 plus the rest of the year with as dumb of a look as that was. So just I mean, because he threw the Venom Shock quite a bit.
Yeah. And
it's an earlier, slower shock. So as good as that, and he's got that kind of little tilty, kind of spinny type thing where it looks
tilty, spinny, but it tumbles.
The ball always hook sets for him, but it gets through the pins right somehow.
I don't understand it.
The Sub-Zero picks up and continues. So imagine an earlier, smoother shock that actually continues for Jay Futrell.
Yikes. That's terrifying.
It was.
I'm
disgusting.
glad I've already bowled him for the first half.
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm losing a heartbeat to that. Angel also said that we need to mention the memorial fund for injured puppers and vet bills. So I think some of what we're raising here goes towards that as well.
Yeah, it goes to the Lance Tucker Memorial Fund for helping people, not just helping the rescue with funds and all that stuff. Because when they get dogs in, they take them to the vet, they get them spayed or neutered, they get their shots, they get all kinds of stuff taken care of. And so the rescue does several different things from a perspective of they don't give dogs away for cheap. It's going to be $150 to $300 for a lot of these adoptions, which again, it's non-for-profit. It's owned by a person, not a corporation. It's not whatever else. And they have a network of fosters, and it's all by just people organizing basically. And so a lot of that goes towards puppy pads and crates for the fosters, food, vet bills, whatever else. And the Lance Tucker Memorial Fund is specifically for people that have dogs but have had them, they need surgery, they broke a leg or something, or they have an emergency surgery that they need to go get. So for people that already have dogs but can't afford the medical bills, something shows up and it's like $800 to $800,000 to get a broken leg fixed or something like that, and people just don't have that laying around. So this fund, people will apply and they will get granted money out for this, and vet bills can be expensive. And so the leader or the owner of Pawsitive Tails, her son died to fentanyl poisoning a couple years ago, and so she set up a fund in his honor to take care of medical bills for people that have the dogs already but can't afford the surprise pop-up vet bills. So part or most or all of this is going to go to that fund as well. So if you've ever had a big vet bill pop up, something like that you can afford, didn't know what you were going to do, they also do that.
Yep.
So,
but again, it's all for the puppers, and it's all for a good cause. So that part is really, really cool. Well, Luke's going back into the fridge. I'm still working on my pineapple spindrift. What are you breaking out this time, Luke?
Dog themes. Black Dog Brewing Company.
Nice.
This is from just outside Indianapolis, Mooresville, Indiana. We stopped here on the way back from visiting our daughter and going to the Ditzler wedding earlier in the year. This is Shelby Dog American Style IPA.
Very nice.
I have switched to Jack and Sprite.
Sprite's good for colds.
Yeah.
And yes,
Here.
it is a 20-ounce cup.
And alcohol kills germs, so you got it.
So you're in really good shape is what I'm getting out of this.
I don't need to be drinking this, but you know what? Makes it a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Tomorrow's football day and Sunday, and damn it, wouldn't you know, I lucked my way into catching Trent in Trevor's league. Yeah. Trent ended up with the second high points total. He just got edged out that last week, but he had the season high points total and was 6-8 on the season. Wow. I won my last 6 games, and naturally I got matched up against him. So I've got Brock Purdy, Bo Nix, and Sam Darnold. And of course, Darnold did wonders for me last week, but Purdy had the best matchup by a long shot against the Rams.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. And so
I'm in danger.
I'm like, I wanted to play Darnold, but I'm like, he's going against the Bears, and Purdy's against the Rams, the frickin' Rams.
Yeah.
This has to go well. So it was a good decision on paper. I still thought, I just need to go Darnold.
If it hadn't rained, I think it would have been.
Yeah, Purdy got me 5.6 points.
Yes.
And
wait, that's not good for a quarterback. Never mind.
So Trent has Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. They're going against the Giants.
I am so you're screwed.
He's got.
You're done.
He also has Bijan Robinson.
Dude, like, I'm just gonna say it now. Sorry for your loss.
I know.
Like, I'm cutting straight to the punchline. Sorry for your loss.
I have a glut of running backs. I have Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, and I'm looking here. No, don't want that. And Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay, that's still solid.
But he's also got Achane. So he's got Achane, Robinson, and Derrick Henry.
What, dude?
How did you let that happen?
And T. Higgins.
Who let this happen?
I did too.
I know, right? And he's got Minnesota's defense going against Chicago. So I mean,
dude,
I've got Trey McBride, and my wide receivers aren't great, but the whole starting off with Brock Purdy getting me 5 points.
That's not how you want to start championship.
That's not how we wanted to start that with the Ravens going against the freaking Giants.
Not even remotely.
And guys like Achane and Robinson, it doesn't matter who they're playing.
Yep.
They're going to get theirs.
Dude, Achane has been so good this year.
And I just have to hope that this is a Jahmyr Gibbs week instead of a Montgomery week.
Yeah, pour one out for Luke. Correct.
Yeah.
May he rest in pieces.
However, Trent's been getting screwed the entire year, so if I do lose, I will slow clap for Trent because he's been getting the shaft all freaking year. And if he almost leads the league in points and then gets bounced the first round, goes 6-8 and gets bounced the first round of the playoffs.
Jeez, that's brutal, man.
Especially after Brock gets 5.2 points, 5.23 to be specific. If I still
Not
win
that you're
now,
counting.
Luke, I love you, buddy, but I'm not going to pour this out for you. I'd like to drink this.
I would congratulate Trent on that list. Like, man, about time you got a break this year. Anyway, back to the bowling.
Back to the bowling. Yes.
We did get another $50 donation here in just a second ago. I'm getting the updates as they're coming in live here.
Awesome, possum. John, what category would you like to talk about next?
Let me pull my list up.
Underwhelming, underrated, or surprise?
Let's go underwhelming.
Underwhelming it is. I would like to start this one off because this is like whenever I make my lists for this every year, I feel like I have to have one ball that's just like a giant, like macho man, like just full elbow drop, like 10 feet above the top rope type nonsense.
Yeah.
That's what my underwhelming ball is this year. The hammer effect. I know a lot of people, like, I see it used all the time.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Especially in more casual leagues or like, you know, the kind of just like once or twice a week, like local yokel house guys. But like, I hated that ball.
It looks bad for everyone that I've seen use it.
And it's
like,
they still keep using it.
Russ tried it. It was bad. Tyler's
looks okay.
Tyler's looks about the best I've seen for everyone.
Yeah.
Caitlin has one and hers looks terrible.
Yep.
Her ball roll doesn't favor that type of ball reaction anyway.
Yep.
Keeler's was bad.
Yep.
Mine was bad. One of the worst balls I've ever thrown.
I mean, look, here's how bad it was. Because this happened, this would have been late May, I think. I was bowling a regional down at Bolero Edmond in Edmond, Oklahoma, on the north side of all the balls. As usual, Jess wins. Well played. So I bowled A squad of the regional down in Edmond. This was back in the summer. I bowled A squad. I knew the cut would be around even. I think I shot -6 for my 8-game block. And so, mind you, I know I'm close to the number, and I just had to grind for 8 games. And I had my effect with me. I got PayPal for it off of Facebook Marketplace before B Squad was halfway done bowling. It just, like, I decided right then and there that it had catfished me for the last time. And I sold it instantly. So.
Yeah, and it looks really good though. Like
Yeah.
optics wise,
shelf appeal, it's in contention for
year.
shelf appeal for sure.
Top 5 of the year in shelf appeal. First
The concept,
actual 4-color ball ever.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones.
the concept of the ball is fantastic too. It's like
He said it catfished him, but at least it looked good.
Yeah.
True.
It did look like its profile picture.
Then Brunswick made me forget about it with the reverb. Yes, Felix. I think the one reverb is kind of like that's my big, chunky, shiny ASIM of choice, and it's done really, really well for that.
Terry Tidd in our league got one of them, and he's got that kind of higher speed. I think it does look better for higher speed bowlers.
Yes.
So it looked better for you than it does for most other people.
The problem is,
but it just
using it in a way to make it look good gets it outside of the window of where I want to be, where I need to be using it from a zone perspective, anyways.
Yeah, it's very aggressive, very angular, but also a very hook set, hook stop.
But not good like with open angles.
Yeah,
so, that's where it kind of tricked me a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's like too forward even for Chris Barnes. Now he can't throw it, but I'm saying that it's so forward that it would look bad for Chris Barnes.
Yeah.
And that's saying something because that's exactly what he wants. He wants it to get to the spot and stop and go forward.
And just go dead tumble end over end. So that's my hot take for the year. Is that just I tried to get along I tried really hard to get along with that ball and it just was not happening. So J-Max 1 reverb. The close discontinued, but the reverb is just amazing. So
I would say, the DNA coil is good. It's a lot better than the DNA was for most people. I actually think I'm going to put holes in a DNA again. We have 3 of them.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah. Because
I'm looking at one right now.
Mine looked really, really good. And the coil but the DNA did not look good for most people. the DNA coil is the real deal, but the one reverb is a better DNA coil.
Yeah.
Just I know I always say that good and bad or better is relative, but when you're comparing,
it's absolute in this case.
Yeah, when you're comparing like things that a certain ball does, like I had the harsh reality on my list. It made like the top 5 for most underwhelming because it's one of those balls like there was one ball that they came out with, like the Zen Master. Yeah. Like I hated the Zen Master. It looked good. Like
it looked good for two-handers.
Yeah, it looked good for two-handers. Nick Vaughn, it looked really good for him.
Yeah, you can see a path to it looking good for some people.
But with all the other stuff that Storm had in the lineup, it did what the Phase 2 did, but the Phase 2 was better at it. Like all the other stuff that they had in the line that was comparable, the lines that was comparable to it, did what it did, plus extra stuff, and did what it did better. And so in that certain particular instance, it's like, why buy a Zen Master when you can buy a Phase 2? Because the Phase 2 did everything that the Zen Master did, and it did it better. It was more versatile. It was just whatever. And so in that certain case, it's like, okay, well, better is relative, but
it just is better. So
how does the physics blackout compare to the infinite and the proton? The proton's more of an archy defined type of reaction, while the blackout is very round shaping.
Yeah.
I think the proton's actually even a little faster than the blackout as well.
Yeah, the blackout hasn't been super quick. So
no, it's very, very slow.
Yeah.
And
that's not a insult. It looks good.
It's a lot like the infinite. It's just a little rounder. Because the infinite was also round, but it did have a little bit more definition, where the blackout just kind of climbs.
It's a more stable infinite.
Yeah. But yes, it is very close to the infinite.
Just more of everything. Yeah, that kind of makes sense actually. So that's my underwhelming pick of the year. John or Luke?
You want me to go?
Yes. Your underwhelming ball of the year. What do you think?
All right, my underwhelming ball of the year may be a little bit of controversy, but I'm going with the Black Widow 3.0.
Boo!
There was a lot of hype around that ball. I did drill one, in fact, and I
hang on.
Yeah.
Boo!
It's a dumpster fire. So
that is fake news, sir.
I hate it. It's terrible.
I will be talking about that ball later, and it's not an underwhelming category.
Okay.
We can fight about this in the parking lot after we're done if you want.
I mean, if I could, I would still pick the one, or have my pick from last year, but I can't do that because that ball was still a turd from last year too.
What was your pick from last year? I forget.
Oh, it was the track Paragon.
Oh yeah, that ball looked terrible for you.
So bad for you.
Yeah, it's still sitting there. I was hoping Amanda would drill it one of these days to get it away from me. But,
why are you not laying down?
But yes, this is the Widow 3.0 for me. So I'm sorry for the controversy, but just not a fan.
I'm sad, but I get it. I'm a little like, it seems like a ball you would have liked. So that actually is a little surprising to me.
I probably need to do some surface changes on it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think he had the same problem with it that I did. Was that it was a good reaction, but it was a little too strong. And so then, as soon as you gave it some room, then it didn't get back. It was just angle issues for days.
Just kind of the wrong window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pukes. It's the same way. I can't.
Yeah, I actually didn't like mine at all with factory surface on it. I had to rebuild it. It felt like the surface was too grindy for what the cover and core wanted to do. It doesn't like a ton of volume, but like it's actually been really, really, really good at Olathe, where we see some volume, but also it is a really high friction surface. So it's good at kind of managing existing friction rather than creating friction on its own, if that makes sense.
I wonder, maybe I should take that to Olathe East and when I bowl the White John City tournament. I wonder if that would look good there.
It'd be worth a try. Like, try going like 500 to 4,000 with nothing in between on a spinner.
Okay.
And take it there. And if you do that and it still fails, then okay, fine. I give up. But
I mean, when I say I don't hate it. Like, there's times that it's got flash, and I'm like, all right, maybe this thing's not a giant
A
turd.
couple times too. I shot a couple
Yeah.
pretty good games with it at Royal, but
This was actually a really hard one for me to pick.
Yeah.
But it just stands out. And I did drill one, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Luke, do you have a similarly controversy-filled hot take on your side, or is this
On the least impressive?
Yeah, for underwhelming.
Yes and no.
Okay.
For me, the underwhelming one was the Super CUDA. Now,
Okay.
it was absolutely like a Super CUDA. Like the CUDAs way back when, it definitely hit from everything from the optics, the way that it looked, the way that it rolled.
Yeah.
The Brunswick has done a really, really good job with the nostalgic pieces of reminding you across the board of what balls that are 20, 25 years old look like, felt like, rolled like, whatever else. And so it hit like across the board. It was just very smooth, very slow, very apathetic. And even this is even coming from a lefty that, you know,
If a lefty is saying
it
that it's
was-
apathetic, you know something's
it
wrong.
was just kind of pukey for me.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of disappointed because, again, I never had any of the older CUDAs.
Yeah.
I liked the look of them. I saw a lot of people doing really well with a lot of the CUDAs, and that was some of those, especially some of the ones from like last year and the year before. They have had a couple of CUDAs before, and I'm like, gosh,
Yeah.
I'm really
The original CUDA that they came out with like a couple of years ago was amazing, and then the CUDA Pearl was not,
Like I said,
it never hooked in the same spot.
I didn't get a whole lot of other brand envy while I was with Storm.
Yeah.
Because we were making some really good stuff. But the last, like 2023, the only good ball for me was the Summit.
Yep.
Like there were some other ones like, okay, well, I mean, this is okay. But I mean, the Summit was it in 2023. It was just the Summit and everything else was.
Smoking Inferno HK22 remake. That sounds.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't even throw that many symmetrical balls.
I need to talk to Brent
That
because
sounds
Nick
amazing.
Smith, I was a big fan of the Smoking Inferno.
Yeah.
Nick Smith was a big fan, and he actually drilled an original one of those a few months ago and had a video for it. I might be able to talk him into that.
Which one was the?
Not the.
Oh yeah, that
the
one.
Smokin'?
Yeah.
I didn't have an original Inferno, but I had an Ultimate. I had a Smokin'. I had a Blazin'. And the Raging Inferno, the purple one, was the only ball that I've ever given away while I was bowling with it. I went Lily, strike Lily, and gave it away on the spot. I mean, it was worse that like everybody has that feeling with like the blast zone because the blast zone was very early, slow, kind of straight. It just got to the spot and quit.
Yeah.
But I love that ball. The Raging Inferno was that, but like TNT out of the box, reactive gloss contamination.
Do you remember the fuse?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had
The maroon one? I loved it.
I had 3 or 4 of the Raging Red fuses. I had 2 or 3 of the purple fuses.
Yeah.
I had
That
a
was
couple
what
of the
early
fuse,
2000s, right?
Yeah, the fuse detonators. I had a couple of the detonators.
Yeah, that was back in the youth league days for me.
Yeah, yeah, that was back in the youth league days.
It was youth league days for me too.
And we're old.
The fuses were great.
I don't know about you and me, James, but I know Luke is.
Yeah, the Scorch, I didn't have a Scorching Inferno. It was bad. It was bad though. But the Raging Inferno was rough. But anyway, for me,
So you said the Super CUDA?
yeah, this
That's
is
yours?
interesting because because I also drilled the other ball that just in general. So the Super CUDA was like second on my list.
Okay.
Because I drilled this other one too.
Okay.
And so in general, I think for me, the worst ball of the year was the Kaboom.
Okay. I'm going to put that down as your answer for the Kaboom,
Okay.
just because that's a little more generally.
Yeah, that's and because I did throw it and because it's my general answer. So that probably should be for my tracking, for my guesses or whatever.
Yeah,
should
that's what I
probably
wrote
be the
Yeah.
general
Did you
one.
say the Kaboom?
Yeah, the Kaboom.
Yeah.
I really liked it while I was testing it. It wasn't enough for chromium, but I'm like, man, this is
The shape looked like it wanted to be good.
it looked like it wanted to be good so bad, but then it always was just way too clean. And
You know what it looked like? A crappy fireball.
Yeah.
Like every time it so close to being good, but just not quite there.
Yeah, and it just would never see the lane. And it's kind of like I thought this is going to be a great Royal Crest ball because I can actually stay a little bit further left with it, and it's not going to fight me on getting down the lane. And it definitely did not fight me on getting down the lane. It just always went too long, and then as soon as I got too close to the friction, it would just spark. And so it was either a couple feet too early or a couple feet too long, and it just was very disappointing. And there's a lot of people I think that felt that way. Now, the person that I gifted it to, it looked amazing for them.
Kendall,
but
right?
Huh?
Morphin time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you had slower speed and wanted to be able to bang on something,
in theory, it should be really good.
Yeah. So if you slow hook a ball,
Yeah.
the kaboom should be really good. But I think in general, for the vast majority of people, every single ball is going to be like the worst ball ever was the best, somebody else's best ball ever.
The timeless was good for some people.
Yeah. The timeless was really good for some people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's just one of those things where I think collectively the kaboom was a kind of a letdown for a lot of people, and Columbia in general is a letdown for a lot of people, and especially with the kaboom and the Super Cuda both coming from Columbia.
Yeah.
And the Super Cuda, I think, is really, again, it's a two-hander ball. It's a big high rev rate. If you just bang on it and slow hook it, the Super Cuda is probably really good.
I don't remember which regional it was. It was one of the ones in September or October. I saw a few of the, like Eric and Dio were both throwing the Super Cuda some, and it was actually really, really good. Packy was using it too.
Yeah, I would
on the
believe
left
it.
side. It looked really good for them.
Yeah, but now we have the Hammer Effect Tour, which
that's the only reason that's, well, I guess I can go ahead and say this. The only reason it's not getting my ball of the year is I haven't drilled it yet.
Yeah.
But I've thrown one, and like, if I had drilled one a month ago, it would just be a shoe-in for that, I'm pretty sure. So. So Underwhelming. Luke, I got you down for the kaboom.
Yep.
And then John and I both with flaming hot takes of the effect and the 3.0.
Yeah, and the only reason that the Lightning Blackout didn't make this list is because it wasn't that bad of a ball. It was just ridiculously mismarketed and way overpriced.
Yep.
It was it was an REX hustle.
Yeah.
And it was either it never saw it or it was too sharp, but there was a lot of people. There were actually a lot of people that really liked it.
Yeah. Your opinion I think the opinion of the opinions on the Lightning Blackout, I think, are going to be tied to opinions of REX. I think personally I've not been a believer in REX pretty much since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lightning Blackout's a giant steaming pile of shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're super rev dominant. That's about the only way.
But I think it would look better for me than the Super Cuda and the Kaboom. So that's why I had
That's fair. Well, REX has been okay for you.
It has been okay because I did like
not great.
Not
it's
great.
been okay.
I did like the Dark Code.
Yep.
I liked the Infinite Physics.
Yep.
The Fate looked really good for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
Aside from carrying awfully for me in the city or the state tournament one year at Royal Crest.
Oh, that was what.
Oh my God, that one
that
game
was so
that screwed
funny.
me out of brackets and whatever else. It's like the best 190 I've ever shot.
Yeah.
In the middle of like 250, 270, 240, 230.
It was a 190 with back-to-back 8 and 9 pins on the left.
Yeah. And then I had the one the 8 pin that turned into a 9 pin.
No, it was a 5 pin that turned into a 9 pin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I had to back off.
Yeah. I mean, because that was otherwise I just
the Fate was a phenomenal ball. They're like
the Hyper Venom was also in contention because that ball was
3 times
awful for me, but it was not awful for most people.
Yeah.
So I couldn't give it.
I was surprised that I would have expected the Hyper Venom to be up there.
The Hyper Venom actually was worse in filming for me than the Super Cuda was. The Super Cuda looked better in filming.
Yeah.
But it was still, I even felt like the Hyper was more, I could have done something with the Hyper. The Super was just a lost cause.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is.
I like the Fatal Venom, so call me crazy.
No, it looks good for some people. It's just Luke is not some people.
Frickin' Jaden, 835,
Oh, the
834.
Fatal.
Yeah, the Fatal.
And I love the colors. So.
Yeah.
I've never shot 834.
Yeah. We're actually making pretty good time with talking through the ball list. Let's what to say we pause for a minute and kind of talk about just bowling as a whole. I know there's been a lot of kind of stories in the bowling world. EJ just got his third player of the year, I believe third in a row. Is that right?
Yeah,
Or-
he
Third player of the year. So
Yeah,
Back to back years, 3.
that's right.
back-to-back.
Back to back and 3 total. Yep.
yeah.
So
I
what do you
actually
got?
got to watch him filming his acceptance speech for it
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah, back to back like the Chiefs.
Hey,
Hey, let's not do that.
we like those.
Hey, just wait. You guys
Yeah.
you'll get your turn to have everybody blaming it on the ref.
Demonetized.
No,
So, John, what do you think one of the bigger, at least in your mind, what's one of the bigger stories that's kind of been in the bowling world this year? You know, maybe something a little closer to home for you as well, or something.
I'll be a little blunt. Is it string pins? I mean,
That was 2020. Holy crap, that was 2020. Okay, yeah, string pins. You win.
It's like
yeah,
the most.
well, string pins on the national level, they hit
Yeah.
the region. They were a deal before, but they hit the regional tour this
Yeah.
year. Actually, just in the last couple months.
Yeah, it's been such a hot topic. I mean, 2024 was the first year that we got to see the new PBA hardness rules with the urethane as well. So urethane is also a big topic in this.
Yeah.
In this year, I mean, list can go on. I mean, Bolero just now announced that they're rebranding themselves to Lucky Strike. I mean, there's.
Yeah, that's another big thing that we haven't talked about. If we could ever get around to having a breakdown pair, a couple weeks ago we couldn't do it.
That's impossible
because we got flooring in that day, and I had to put beds back together so that we could sleep on something. And then this last week we went to the lights at the zoo. So we've been meaning to do a breakdown pair, but I've been busy.
Well, we can do one Wednesday if I have a voice.
Yeah.
Real life
We're
happens.
planning on doing one on the 18th. To at least at the 18th and possibly New Year's Day. New Year's Eve is the thing, but New Year's Day, there's nothing going on. It's a Wednesday. That would keep us on track to do our 100th episode on January 6th.
Y'all haven't gotten canceled yet?
Nope.
Yeah, we have not.
Wow, that's
So
I know, right?
Yeah,
we will
that's
figure that
impressive.
out. J-Max picked up a Summit. Jonathan also just got a Summit drilled and likes his quite a bit. I've been throwing mine quite a bit here recently. I still can't shoot anything bigger than 660 with it, but
That Summit is amazing.
in my year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was kind of expecting you to mention that. Like, was that a 2024 ball? No, it wasn't. That was last year.
2023.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
August.
23, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
August.
I know what John's honorable mention ball is now.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, we got there, baby.
I had no idea though. Luke has been telling me like this thing is good, and then I threw it, and I haven't stopped throwing it.
Yeah,
I can't.
Well, and that's what, like, I drilled it and I threw it in the video, and it's kind of like, well, this wants to be good. And I kept throwing it in the league, and it's like, well, it's either too early or too flat. And I finally figured out what it wanted to do. And then when I was bowling on James' team last year,
it's like you averaged like 240 for a month.
I shot 730 for
I
6
shot
weeks. 730 every week for like 5 weeks in a row, and the week that wasn't 730 was like 710 or something. Yeah. And so it was just.
And then you had like a week from hell. I think that was when Stormdog cut his eye or something like that.
Yeah,
and then you shot like 620. It was just all over the place.
Yeah, well, and that's also that started the new year when I started throwing the Brunswick stuff.
Oh yeah. That kind of got you a little out of sync.
Completely different experience, and January was not good.
Yeah, it happens. We still had a good year, so
we can talk more about that when we get to it.
But yeah,
I mean, urethane, the Lucky Strike rebrand, which is kind of a crazy thing.
I think on the sporting side, I think urethane and string pins are the two big ones.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the most talked about, right?
Yeah.
Well, and especially overseas, they went to that. They're going to start adopting, or I guess for this upcoming year, they're going to adopt the PBA urethane rules, because overseas, like the Purple Hammer is even bigger of a thing. You'll go to tournaments over there where they bowl in a lot tougher conditions a lot more often, and you'll just see racks and racks. It's a Purple Hammer fest for the entire tournament. Unless you're a Storm or Motive staffer, you're throwing a Purple Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a whole lot bigger deal over there than it is here, and it's even a big enough deal here. So
I did see that David Mike are running a Red Square next Saturday.
Oh, is that for the
Summit, the scratch singles?
That's already here?
Yeah.
Also, a week from.
Well, I'm sorry, it's the week after Christmas, weekend after Christmas.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. So yeah, I'll probably sign up for. I'll probably sign up for those, even though it's freaking Red Square again.
I'm bowling the doubles. I'm not gonna.
It's Red Square for singles. Doubles is a normal path.
I've got a black hammer now, though.
Yeah, doubles is beaten path, I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I had to throw last year when I bowled it, but I've got a black hammer now. So
I just saw that it was red square, and I was like, "Yep, for those reasons, I'm out."
It was red square last year, and it was disgusting. And Dylan still went like 70 over or something, or 120 over.
No, it was 133, 132 over, and second place was Danny at like 10 over.
Oh my god!
just
absolute, just.
And it was at Aaron's, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was at Aaron's.
It's a
even
summer
worse.
this year. Yeah,
Red
Ugh.
square at Summit.
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be
Oh,
I'm not bowling.
Well,
I'm
I
out.
don't know. It might be better for me at Summit than it's going to be.
I don't think that's
And that's
Luke-
not
Luke.
too
That's
bad.
not a very high standard. So let's,
Yeah.
let's call him
The
that.
scratch doubles are also at Summit, but it's beaten path.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Hammer.
Calm down,
new,
sir.
It's new HPLs, but it's HPLs.
Luke, do not go torture yourself. I will do
Don't
it
do
right
it.
now.
No.
I mean, look, Luke. I can kick you in the nuts for a whole lot less than $150.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to go spend money on that.
I'll take sloppy seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I really would like to bowl a little bit more, but we just need to be blowing every tournament.
Yeah.
Are you going to Louisiana for nationals? Oh, Stephen Bradshaw is going
Yes.
to nationals. Yes, we will
Very
be
cool.
there.
Yep. Separate groups this year.
Yeah, separate groups for all of us. Jonathan gets to go first in March,
He's
and
our
then-
canary in the coal mine.
and then you're going,
July 4th weekend, basically. So
and then we're going July 19th and 20th.
I'd say y'all
I
are
think.
like 2.5 weeks after.
Yeah,
me.
we're at the very, very end of the thing. So Baton Rouge in July. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
And
Yeah.
one of our squads, we have a good squad for one of them, and then one of our squads is 11 p.m.
It's better than 7 a.m.
Yeah, at least we don't have the 11 p.m.
Oh
7
my
a.m.
gosh, I
thing.
would lose my
We
mind.
have done that once, and that was awful. That
We have a
was,
2 o'clock and a 7 a.m.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I
Good luck.
actually got to find our squad times.
but no,
I
I
am bowling March 11th and 12th. Felix.
Okay. Yeah, I had a chance. I know the guys that run the group. This won 2 of the last 4 Team Eagles. So I had a chance to jump on with them with one of the newer teams they're forming for this year.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
What was it?
July 19th and 20th, 7:45 p.m. for team, 11:30 for singles and doubles. So that's
Okay.
7:45 is doable. That's awesome.
that's not bad.
11:30 p.m. for singles and doubles is wretched, especially because I mean we will probably be leaving the next day, but we're gonna try to go see Jess. That's the plan, is to go over and see Jess for a couple days
Sweet.
in Alabama's.
Oh, I'd love to do that. Man, it's my anniversary date resets on March 3rd. And so I'm limited on my time off, and I was hating that we picked that time. So I'm going to be limited on time off, so I won't be able to. It's already killing me taking 3 days off because we both Tuesday, Wednesday.
And Trevor thinks he's going to take a 2-month-old down there.
Not happening.
That's cute.
Good luck.
They did have the baby, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Haley's a badass. She'll be able to handle it either way. But
Oh, yeah. He finally came home yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Good to hear.
What's
So-
that?
What?
Who had baby?
Trevor
Trevor?
and Haley.
Yeah.
They had to induce like a month early.
Oh, they had their
Yeah.
baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought she was due in
That's-
January.
That's why Carlson bowled with Dylan.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was such a recent thing. They still had Trevor's name on the roster for
Yeah.
holiday doubles.
Well,
They were-
congratulations.
Yeah.
Haley was looking pretty big and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So,
Just
I mean, yeah.
Felix, we will have a beer, buddy. You come see me, I'll let you know the
That's
squad
what I
times, and we'll have a beer.
I did not think, just seeing the pictures from the baby shower or whatever, I'm like, there's no way she's making January.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
well, she didn't make
So-
January.
Yeah. And it's only like a month or like 3 weeks early.
I think it was
So-
like a month because I was talking
Yeah, a
with
month,
Dylan
3
about
weeks
it at
early.
top 36, and it was about a month is what he said. So,
Cool.
yeah, quick
We
little
went up and
update.
seen them last Saturday, and they were all in good spirits. So
Awesome. Update on the fundraiser. We're now up to $5,525.
sweet. Come on.
So that is pretty awesome. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at the categories. Underrated or surprise? Which one do you want to go with, Luke?
I think Okay, underrated or surprise.
Let me look at my notes.
They're kind of similar categories, really.
They're similar but
But
different. Yeah.
Underrated, but the surprise of the year is one that caught you by surprise. Underrated is like, this ball's just freaking good.
Yeah.
They are kind of different.
Yeah.
Honestly, my surprise and underrated are the same pick. So,
That's not allowed, sir.
well, it's
cheating.
this. It's really the same thing. Same
Boo
category.
this man. Boo this man. All right. I said I would mention this ball earlier. Let's go with the surprise category.
Okay.
Black Widow 3.0.
Oh, get out of here.
I told you we were talking about it. I warned you. I haven't had a ton of Widows. I don't know if you guys remember the Black Widow Limited. It came out in like 2016. It was the special edition ball in conjunction with the U.S. Open the year that Simonelli won it down in Texas. Had that, actually shot a 300, 800 with it in a UBA event, but never really got along with it a whole lot otherwise. Then I had a couple of Widow 2.0 hybrids, a Widow 2.0 solid. They were all okay. And then the 3.0 comes along, and it wasn't even on my radar. And I have to give a tip of the cap to Brunswick and the folks up in Muskegon for this one. When they sent the initial batch of stuff to Luke, they included a Scorpion low flare and a Widow 3.0 for me. And 3.0 has been awesome. It's been a locked-in part of my tournament bags ever since. It's like this very, like, I see the lane fairly front to back, just in terms of like kind of blending and controlling friction. And the 3.0 matches up with that really, really well. It's like it's like the best parts of a Summit and a Top Speed blended into one ball. Is kind of the simplest way I can think to describe it. So it's not great at like big directional change, but if you give it time, it'll come back and get the job done. Really good on some of the dirtier lane panels we have around here in Kansas City. So I've been very, very impressed with it. I mean, it's not a whole lot of stuff gets to nice. Not a whole lot of stuff sticks around in my tournament bag for a super long time. And the fact that a Widow is stuck around for a year, that says something. So I think that one was one of the no-brainer picks for me this year. Is like, it surprised the heck out of me. I know for a lot of people, it's kind of like either blah or, oh, another Widow, let's just move along. But for me personally, that was definitely the biggest, like, oh, I have something here type of ball that I drilled. So that's what I've got.
Which one are we doing? We're doing the surprise.
Yes, we were doing surprise.
Well, I screwed up, so I'm going to give you the surprise. It's going to be to me, so I'll give you an underrated one in a second.
Okay.
Because I actually had them down as the same category, so I apologize.
Yeah.
Surprise ball of the year for me, and I did not drill one of these personally, but I've seen a lot of them going down the lanes lately, and Crouch actually throws one a lot, and it looks really good. I'm gonna go with the Scorpion low flare. Scorpion low flare looks really, really good. I know Luke and I have talked about it several times, and he's applauded it. I'd like to drill one for my wife. I think it'd be another good fit for her.
It's very Venom shocky, just not quite as early, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cleaner and sharper.
Yeah.
But it's cleaner and sharper than you would expect out of a ball that's supposed to be like an IQ Tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
it's a quicker, slightly bigger, like old IQ Tour.
Yeah.
Which is a weird combination, but the shape was awesome.
Yeah.
So it was just I had one, and it was, for me personally, it's just kind of not in the right zone for like how I need to be playing the lane a lot of the time. But yeah, low flare is very, very good. So Luke, what are you thinking here?
Surprise.
Yes, your surprise of the year.
So for me personally, that I drilled, and this was also in running for ball of the year for me.
Really? Okay.
The intense mindset, not because, I mean, the original mindset was great. The perfect mindset was not so great, but that shape, the shape that core creates is not good for me. The kind of hockey stick, hook set, whatever.
Kind of on the quick side of directional.
Doesn't work for me at all. Normally it just kind of hook stop pukey for me. The intense mindset was very, very good.
Yeah, it looked very good
for me, and I I should. It's still upstairs. I don't throw a whole lot anymore, but I'm turning into an old person. My hand keeps shrinking.
Might just
And
need to
so
reslug that one or something.
Well, I need to reslug it. I need to pitch plug it.
Yeah, fingers too. Yeah.
So everything needs to, but that's one that I think I do need to get the fit dialed back in on. Because even stuff, I mean, I drill stuff and then a month later, it's like, oh, I'm swimming in the fingers. So it's whatever.
Got to keep dialing that in more and more.
Yeah. And so it's frustrating to have, I got to pitch plug it again so I can shrink the fingers again, or so I can back into a different grip size or whatever else. But the intense mindset was one that is very good, that I think a lot of people expected to be good. I didn't expect it to be good for me, but it wasn't something that Angel was going to drill. It wasn't something that, Jesse didn't need something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll drill this one. And it was really good. Yeah, I didn't throw it very long, but again, that's just the fit kind of backed out of it. But it looked good on virtually everything. A lot of stuff it shouldn't have looked good on. Now it ultimately didn't fit, but I took it to nationals. I took it to Springfield, and it's like, well, I in team for Springfield, which is everything looked terrible, and then that ball looked great the last game. I only shot 200 or 210 or something with it.
Yeah.
But it looked a hell of a lot better than whatever else I was throwing.
Yeah.
It looked good when we were practicing on one of the nationals patterns, the Royal Crest. It just looked good in a bunch of situations that didn't have any business looking good in. And so, yeah, it has stuck around. And then I won't say what I was going to say because that's going to spoil one of the other categories. But
good save.
No, it was very good. It was very surprisingly good for me. Not surprising that it was good, but surprising that it was good for me. So the surprise, my general surprise of the year, was the Origin.
Yes,
that was. I mean, it looked on paper, it looked like, okay, this is going to be a good ball, but Storm has not had a great last couple of years. And I talked to Kabansky at Nationals and the former global brand manager.
Yeah.
And, he said, he's like, just wait. He's like, we've got some good stuff coming out towards the end of the year. And I'm like, well, it's been a pretty bad year and a half.
Yeah.
Brunswick's really found something with HK22, and now especially with this cohesion additive that looks really good in a lot of stuff. And
now they're finally leading back into NEX. What a concept.
Yeah. But he's like after the whole Softgate thing, they had to increase the hardness of their cover stocks, and so it's not one of those things that you just fix overnight. And especially because if you make a test batch or something, and just because they make a test batch and it looks good, doesn't mean that a full production run is going to look good for everybody all across the country. So it's one of those things that you can't really fix overnight. But he's like, we're in good shape now, and so just wait.
Yeah.
The Origin is dumb. Like, it's just nutty.
Looks very good.
Really, really good.
If I hadn't gotten a reverb like a month before that came out, I probably would have just gotten an Origin and called it good.
Yeah,
that's coming from someone who's pretty vocally called out how bad Storm's covers have been the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. No, the Origin's the real deal, and it's not like I expected it to be bad. I just wasn't really prepared for how good it was. It's legit. It's definitely, again, like I say, that for people that are brand loyalists that kind of want to know what's going on with other companies, like the Origin is a B7 ball with a global label on it.
The Origin's a better effect with a global label.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a simple way to describe it.
Yeah. The Origin's just nutty. So if you want a ball that hooks, that's stable, that booms on the back end, that's consistent, that's versatile, that's whatever else, the Origin's just it. And so it really did surprise me with how ridiculous that it was.
Yep.
So that's my general surprise. I didn't
it's a worthy
one, but
it's a worthy choice.
Balls of the year.
Yeah. I totally dig it. Quick check back on the funds. We are now up to $5,725.
So we got another entry
that's actually a good
super
point.
pot.
Yeah.
So
Origin is also
that also was in my top 5 list for.
Did we just trigger another one?
We're at 6,000. Will be the 12th prize package.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we just got another one to got another one for the adoption fundraiser, adoption drive.
Yeah,
on the side.
the super
Yeah.
pack.
Awesome. awesome.
So,
Yeah, and again, even if,
yeah.
if you do the $200, even if you don't win the super pack, which we have probably 17, 18 entries for that now.
I think we're at 18 or 19.
Okay,
Let me double check.
but that's
18.
still
Yep.
$200 is still 40 entries for the main prizes.
Yep.
So it's not like you're just, again, if you put $200 in and you don't get the super pack, you're still entered, and there's no limit on winning stuff either. If your name gets drawn 4 times, you win 4 prizes. And what we've done in years past is that people have won a couple of prize packages. And if you're not terribly interested in something, you can always say to re-roll it. If you're if you happen to be watching and we call your name and you're like, I don't really want that, just put it back in the. We will re-roll it and redraw for somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's also, or if you, and there's a lot of people that donate. Like Cliff has done this in the past. Like Cliff Barnes from Bowler's Mart, he normally sends me $200, and he's won a couple times, but he doesn't. Cliff doesn't want or need anything. Cliff doesn't want or need a bowling ball.
He doesn't need bowling balls.
Oh, we got another $100 from.
Oh, sweet.
I think
Steve
he's already.
Harris?
Yeah, I think he's already donated. So
He
that
has,
might
yes.
not. That might kick him up into something else. Yeah.
Whoever that was, thank you. We're almost to $6,000, right?
Yeah, we're very close, and that will trigger the 12th giveaway package, and then we're still. Once we get to $6,000, we're still $1,300 away from the crystal physics, but we still got another hour and a half.
Yep.
So might get there. And if we get a little bit closer, then this crystal physics, we'll probably either kick it to next year, or I'll just drill it on a whim, and it'll look terrible for me.
Yeah.
But it'll look really nice going down the lane.
It most definitely will.
Mhm.
Yes, it will.
And
And smell good.
yeah, that is
So
very, very true. Underrated ball of the year. John, let's
Yes,
start.
I have one.
Yes.
Start
all
with
right.
me.
Yes, we're starting with you on this one. What you got, sir?
I am going to go with the Vaporize.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vaporize. Once again, I personally haven't drilled one.
Yeah.
But everything I have seen out of that ball just is freaking amazing.
I hadn't thought about it in that context, but you're actually kind of right. Like, I don't see anybody throw it.
No, Luke and I have talked about it on the breakdown pair several times, but how good that ball really is, and I'm starting to see more and more of them drilled, and everything I see out of them, they're just so good.
You just blew my mind a little bit because I didn't even realize that nobody's talking about that ball or throwing that ball.
Crouch has one, and he likes it.
Fair.
Loves it.
I threw mine for the first couple weeks of league. I shot 270 something with the first game of league.
Yeah.
And then the couple weeks later, the fingers are too big.
Yeah.
But that's another one that looked pretty good for me. But yeah,
I
nobody's
feel like
throwing it.
I feel like everybody. I feel like it's one of those balls that people just forgot it existed already.
Mm-hmm. And the mesmerize as well, because those were a couple of big name.
Yeah.
Angel shot her first 300 with it. She really likes it. She's
I've seen some people throwing
mesmerizes
mesmerizes in tournaments.
Yeah, but
the mesmerized looks really good.
The vaporized, you just don't see it, and I don't understand why. It doesn't look that great for you.
Yeah,
but it's kind of tricky on the eyes too. It hooks a lot more than it looks like it does, and so it's kind of a catfish ball, but it's not really. Yeah, but it kind of is. But yeah, mine always rolled good. I just need to get it's just another ball that I need to pitch plug, and I hate plugging stuff.
yeah.
Did the Vaporize come out at the same time?
Yeah, the Vaporize and the
Mesmerize. Did they come out together? Overshadowed? Do you think the Mesmerize overshadowed it being a big?
I don't think
something like that.
Not necessarily because of how different they were.
It's the right time to release stuff to catch like league season hype. Yeah.
Again, it has the Vapor Zone core in it, and so
which is it's basically a stronger cover theorem.
Yeah, it was one of those. But it just wasn't the theorem.
You got a question here, Luke? I know this is stupid, but how do I send friends and family?
There was somebody else that sent a donation and said, I don't see anything for friends and family, so just go ahead and send it. Yeah, because if it's a problem, then we'll send it back, and we if it's a problem, we'll send it back. But the other is like, I didn't ever see an option for friends and family. Yeah, so just go ahead and send it. We'll figure it out on the back end.
Yep. So John, underrated Vaporize. That's interesting pick, but the more I think about it, the more I think you're right. I think that's a really good one.
Cheers.
Yep. Yep. Cheers indeed, sir. Pineapple spin or grapefruit spindrift for me right now. By the way. Luke, I almost want to bet you $5 that our picks are the same for this category.
I think
Ooh,
so.
Scorpion
now I'm
strike.
intrigued.
Scorpion strike.
Yep. Scorpion strike.
You both pick the same?
Yep.
Cheaters.
Disappointingly, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. I have a different general pick, of course, but the personal pick was a Scorpion strike because again, it's one of those. It's like okay, it's purple and it's whatever, but it's just so good, so versatile. It just it's another one of those for me, like the intense mindset that just works on a bunch of stuff and in a bunch of situations it really shouldn't. It reaches up, it hooks a lot more than it probably should. And even when it's not quite hooking enough, it still looks good and gets through the pins the right way.
Yeah.
Which is what's really weird is even though it's like, okay, it's not quite enough ball for this, but it's working.
But it's
somehow.
still, even when it shouldn't work, it's still close enough to work.
Yeah.
And it does, it's consistent enough through the pins in a lot of different situations. And I think that's a lot of where that comes from, honestly. Like that kind of archy, tumbly type of shape without being too like lock up and tumble.
Well, especially for $140 or whatever it is, 140, 145.
Yeah.
It just for that price, you should just get one.
Yeah, pretty much. I do think that this is not going to be my like honorable mention ball, but I saw it mentioned. Someone mentioned earlier in the chat. I forget who it was, but the new Messenger, the black and gold power core.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal ball, very very underrated. I used it some over the summer. It's one of the better balls I've ever thrown for managing like really high friction type situations.
It looked good at nationals for a little while too.
Yeah, that's right. I used it in team event and but I used it both events. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That and the extreme and the only balls that actually did the right thing out there.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate. But,
yeah.
No, it's really, really good ball. It looks great. My blank stash is almost non-existent, but one of them is a Messenger. And I have no regrets in it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very good.
time to sell it.
Do what?
Time to sell it.
Yeah.
Only to finance something else, but no. Having a blank of a ball like that around is something I definitely want to on to. So,
yeah,
you want to jump into it for ball of the year now?
Well, my general pick for underrated
Oh yeah, sorry.
is the Atlas Hybrid.
See, that's the one that I legitimately forgot existed.
Yeah, because again, another Columbia ball that nobody cares about. It was kind of similar to the intense mindset.
It's a little,
just more
little cleaner and faster, right?
A little cleaner and faster, a little more tumbly. Kind of like if you had a shiny supernova. That's what it would remind me of.
Yeah,
and
I could see that. Another
$50 from Joseph.
Sweet.
Karan. I think he already did.
Thank you.
Angels keeping the
okay.
sheet updated.
PayPal keeps sending me rehashes of like according to my notifications, John Lander has donated about $800 so far.
Well, thank you, John Landers.
Really appreciate you, man.
Not Lander, but Landers. Sorry.
The Atlas Hybrid, nobody wanted, nobody cared about. It's very, very good though.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those that it was so much overlap with the intense mindset that it's like, I can take either one of them. They're slightly different shapes, but they hook about the same amount. They use them in the same situations from the same place on the lane. They both have orange in them. They look really similar. They act really similar. They're just way too much overlap between those two balls. But the Atlas Hybrid is one that if you catch it on the clearance rack, whenever it gets discontinued and you catch it on clearance for a decent price, just get one and then thank me later because you will.
Yep.
If you can pick one up for $100 or something, 110, 120, just do it.
It looks really
it is really, really good.
Wasn't the OG Atlas pretty good too?
The OG, and that was why that's why I wanted to drill.
Well, it says Columbia on the side, so nobody pays attention to it.
Yeah. I did really like the look of the original Atlas, which is why I decided to drill the hybrid, and still it was even better than I expected it to be. And it was, Yeah, it's just very eye opening. So they had both for me the two worst balls of the year, and one of the very underrated, surprising ball of the year.
Which one was the crusher? Was that like red and orange?
It was the red and orange one.
And my big ASIM was like a gem. Almost,
yeah, but that's the one that it wasn't the pure madness. It was the one that Jesse drilled.
Yeah.
So it was the hybrid that was kind of, it wanted to be early and smooth.
It looked like a magic gem with a little rounder.
Yeah,
type deal. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yup.
It's too much ball for Jesse, but he really
I know this isn't going to be anybody's ball of the year, but another one that it just came out, so it's pretty new, but another one that looks pretty good is that new real time. The real time looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was very close in a lot of different categories. It looks very good. That's another one that nobody's gonna pay any attention to. But I kind of want to get one.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get one if I didn't have so many balls on the shelf staring at me. That would probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
A Marvel Max Impact that I keep staring at. NEX Polished NEX Solid.
That's gonna be so good.
From 2020.
Yeah. Is it time?
I think it's time.
Is it time? All right.
It's time.
It's time for ball of the year.
Time.
Thank you, Buffer.
Yeah. I'm going to lead this one off with a little bit of an explanation. Obviously, with us doing these streams in mid-December, there's a few balls that get released late in the year. Mm-hmm. Every year that can't really justifiably be considered.
So yeah, something like the physics blackout, we're just going to push to next year.
The physics blackout, we'll talk about on this
stream
even
though it came out yesterday, we will talk about it next year because I really think December balls just need to be added.
December balls in general
next year because you just are not going to get a good read on them.
Yeah, we'll probably just grab all the December balls for next year's list. But with that said, that loophole lets me pick what I think has pretty unequivocally been my best ball of this year. I drilled 2 of them with the exact same layout because I used the first one so much that I wore it out. It is the Track Theorem. It came out, I think it was the Thursday before we did the Doggo stream last year was the release day. And I threw a lot of Extreme Envy and Envy Tour in regionals this year in pretty much every tournament I bowled. And the Theorem for me has just been it's a cleaner, faster Envy Tour is how it behaves for me. Because I can curve it if I want to, but I don't have to. I can kind of keep it a little more in front of me and it'll still like go through the pins right and splash pins around. It looks really good. Not too quick, not too slow. Just kind of a really, really well-balanced bowling ball, but that does enough to give me a lot of versatility in different situations. So I think that was like, it looks fun. It reminds me of like a mild ASIM Marvel Pearl, honestly, both visually and like on the ball return and on the lane. It's kind of in that same general type of reaction space. So
I wish the one that I drilled did that. Mine is acting like a storm ball and the cover slamming up.
Really? That's unfortunate.
Yep. Johnny Clark's is doing the same thing.
Wow.
Yep.
Mine,
Tobias got to see me throw it a couple weeks ago on Thursday night when the pair was hooking a crap load.
Yeah.
And I pulled that out and he goes, "You're going to throw that?" And I said, "Just watch." And
dude, that is really like, that's something I don't really understand is some of the HK balls have kind of been a little inconsistent ball to ball.
They start good. Yeah. And then there's some of them that just give up for some reason. I think it's just the surface calcifies a little bit, gets a little hard, and so it's just, if you don't throw it for a couple months, then it just doesn't work out. And so I think it's more of a surface thing. So we probably just need to resurface it.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know, man. I kind of like having that ball that goes 60 feet when
absolutely nothing. Some of the best balls I've ever owned, like the Taboo, is still and we might talk about like top 5.
We can talk about top 5 all time.
But
we'll have time.
It's currently like I can't remember, it's second or third on my list, but it was okay for like the first 50, 75 games. But after that, when it died, it was ridiculous. That's when it's like, okay, well, this is a good ball, and I kept throwing it and whatever else. But as soon as it stopped hooking, that's when it got into my top 5 because I had the front 9 with it and shot 720 in singles at nationals one year, which is not a huge set, but I also shot a clean 2-0 the first game. I had like 5 10 pins and a 4 pin and a whatever else. I had a double, and then it was like single pin spare, strike, single pin spare, strike, single pin spare, whatever. Just like a clean 203 or something.
Which ball?
The taboo.
Okay. Oh,
and
yeah.
I had the front 9 the second game, and I had the front 6. I went front 6 big 4 the last game. And so if I would just carried a few things and shot like 230 or 240, I would have shot 750 that year.
Easily.
And I had a couple 300s with it, and I got close to 800 a couple times, and and this was all after it died.
Wow.
Because that was a thing back then with the ebonite balls.
Yep. Hopkinsville cover death.
Yep. They used to, when they had the Tech and Tech 2 cover stocks, it was Tech Death, they called it.
That sounds right.
Those big particle balls that looked amazing for like 25 games.
Yes.
And then sucked.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes a ball dies and then it looks amazing because it still rolls the same. It just isn't as aggressive. And so it's like, okay, well, this actually kind of works now. So,
yeah. Pretty much. So yeah, you have to leave it back. That's the theorem was my pick for ball of the year. So,
all right,
I can go second because we'll leave it to Luke. We'll let Luke finish that off since this is his channel and everything. So, ball of the year for me, it may be kind of a boring pick, but it is a ball that I did drill.
Okay,
and it is a Jonathan ball to a T, but I'm going to go with the Ion Pro.
Okay,
I really like the Ion Pro a lot. I mean, it goes everywhere with me. It pretty much, I throw it every week in Lawrence at some point in time.
Yeah.
It just allows me to control the friction so well. So it's definitely my shot for ball of the year.
Because I know you used to throw the pumpkin ball, the Venom recoil, quite a bit. How do you see the Ion Pro comparing to that?
Longer.
Okay.
So that Venom recoil, my Venom recoil is pretty early. It picks up in the mid lane pretty quick, and it's a little punchier, I think, in the back part of the lane than the Ion Pro. I think the Ion Pro is it's still early, but it's not as flippy.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I find it as a longer, stronger IQ tour.
Yeah,
that's
little firmer. Yeah, nice. Little firmer IQ tour, but in that same realm, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and that's just with my game and especially on house shots, it's just a no-brainer.
That's the perfect type of ball that you need to be using a lot of the time. So that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. That was kind of one of my honorable mention picks, not for something like, but it was easily the worst ball I've ever filmed for. Because it just since we've been on Chromium, let me put it that way. There's been a lot of other balls I've filmed for that were just absolutely awful, but it did not want to hook. It didn't want to do anything. I threw the Vaporize for a couple weeks, and then I drilled the Ion Pro, and I threw that for 6-7 weeks after that. And I don't think I had a bad set with it. Everything was like 640 or 650, and so I'm like, gosh, this gets to the pocket, but I'm still not great with 7 pins. And I left like 7 or 8 7-pins every single week. And it was one of those things where I'm getting better at them, but still I can't be leaving 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 7-pins every week. That's not going to end up going well for me.
Yeah.
So I really like the way that the ball rolls. I like the rounder shaping. It's just a little pukey at the pocket. It looked terrible for filming, but it gets to the pocket so easy that it's hard to miss the pocket with. It really is. So I really do. It's kind of a yin and yang for me on the Ion Pro, but I definitely see that if it does connect and work for you, it's very hard to miss the pocket.
It's going to work. Like if you can get more than 9 with it, it's going to be a ball that you can use on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's good.
So yeah, that makes sense. Brent, bowling with Brent in the chat, made a point that Ion Max, I think, might not be getting enough love.
It was in my top 5.
If I had drilled one, I think it would have been way up there. I don't need it.
It's pretty.
Down to yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty, and it's part of why I was really happy to see it is the Storm finally leaning into their big covers from a few years ago that rolled really good. So they're getting back into releasing NEX and NRG stuff, which has been very sorely needed in my opinion. So it's awesome to see.
And I think that,
and it rolls great too.
Yeah. Consequently, I think that the cover hardness thing going up has been good for NRG because it was always very early and slow. So if you needed a ball to hook, it was great, but it was kind of iffy on punch on the back. And so it's like, okay, well, this looks good for if you really need a ball to hook. But now that it's harder,
they've almost gained a little bit of down lane without losing a whole lot of stability in their big covers. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Still got the traction and the stability, but it's a little cleaner and sharper. So
yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. All right, Luke.
All right,
what you got?
My personal
drum roll, please.
My personal ball of the year is I'm also going to go with James and go with the Theorem.
Fair.
I could have seen that.
I threw it a lot at the beginning of the year, and then when we were at Southwest.
That's right. It looked really good there.
Because I threw the Covert Revolt for the first set and shot like 570 or something. Yeah. And then I switched to the Theorem, and then my low set was like 710 or 720. The rest, I didn't get a bathroom proposition like Jonathan got, but I didn't get proposition. But I had a really good weekend. We had we cashed.
Don't do that to me.
We cashed really solidly in doubles. And if I'd have had that team set back, if I'd have thrown the Theorem for that whole weekend, my low set would have been 710 or 720.
I tell you what, it trips more 6 pins than anything I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god! Yeah, I tripped like I threw like 6 shots and tripped 4 6 pins in that 6-shot range.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like,
yeah.
It's like
you got me in tears over here.
Yeah, I'm like I can't move because it keeps striking.
Yeah, I said don't move.
Good.
Do not move.
It was just perfect, but yeah.
And what's funny is you tripped them the exact same way every single time.
Yes, and I'm over here just like beating my face into the wall because I'm shooting like 400 pins lower than I shot for Combine last year. And Luke's just like
Combine was good. Yeah, I did.
And Luke's just Combine. Like old man carrying every bullshit 6-pin cave forward under the sun. And I'm just like, this game is so stupid.
He was my hero. He was my hero, man. He's my partner. I'm like, don't stop.
I was throwing it really good, and I was getting the hits, and it was just.
Was there stuff in the way?
No, John Lander, I did not have the step stool in Tulsa.
Come here, buddy.
You want to come back up, Mr. Rescue Dog? Come here, buddy. I know. Come here, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Hi, Storm.
I know.
Well, we say hi to the Storm Dog.
Buddy.
There is we do run a little contest / guessing game for folks in. Finish talking about that.
I do have my general pick still.
So which one are we going with for the that goes towards the
contest? my general pick, not my personal.
Oh, you are
pick.
Okay.
So the general pick is all the stuff that we reviewed this year, or all the stuff that came out. Period. My personal pick is just the stuff that I've drilled. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit. But Nick Brown in the house.
Hey,
Brown, what's up, man?
Mr. Honor Score. Nicky McHonor Score.
Theron carries a lot of stuff it clearly shouldn't. That very very accurate.
Mine would if it hooked.
So for general, it's a recent release, but it is it's just nasty. The Hammer Effect Tour.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have known.
That makes sense.
It's just, and again, it's another one of those balls that I threw it for a while. It looked really good at the Tom Sue. It was as soon as I drilled it, it's all that I threw until my hand shrunk, and it's just the fingers are a little too big, and so I kind of backed into a summit that I had where the fingers were too small. So that's the only reason I'm throwing the summit right now is because the effect fingers are a little bit too big.
Ball change for fit. Let's go.
So as soon as it starts warming up, when we get back to March and April and whatever, but it is the 3 balls I'm taking to league are my Black Hammer for spares, my Summit, and the Effect Tour. Yeah. And the Effect Tour and the Effect Tour and the Summit are the 2 balls. You know, the Summit was the previous ball. It's like, I don't even care if I think I'm going to use it or not. It's just going.
Yeah.
Just because
it has to.
The Hammer Effect Tour is the other ball, where if it's like, if my hands swell up or if it's a little warmer, if I can actually throw it, it's going to get thrown.
Yep.
And I know that it's a recent ball. I know it hasn't been out that long. but
It looks phenomenal.
it's just it
looks like a solid kinetic cobalt visually.
yeah.
Also, not to cut you off, but we are 1 hour away from our drawing.
1 hour away from
Mhm.
drawing time. Yep, and we
Yeah.
are
There's $10
Six-
more.
$6,355.
Did you have the $10 more I just said?
$6,365.
I just happened to catch it, so continue on. Sorry, I just noticed that and wanted to give the
Yeah.
1 hour
Yeah.
alert here.
Good call. Thank you.
Important point. But the effect tour is just it's so like the Envy tour never quite caught on with me because it was too strong too early.
It almost grinds to a halt, which is weird to
For
say for the
how-
shape it makes.
Yeah, for how slow it is, and so
Yeah.
which is really weird to have it
Yeah.
not really match up
Oh,
for me as a lefty.
Steve made a good point.
Yeah, pink labels.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know
true.
what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, the effect tour is directly in between the Obsession tour and the Envy tour. It's like a mild ASIM phase 2. It's like if you wanted a phase 2 that just popped a little bit more down lane.
The DNA with a little
Yeah.
more cover, a little less diff.
Yeah, it's
Same
just
concept. Yeah, it looks
man,
so
it's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good, and so
I'm-
that's
I'm excited
again
to draw mine. I don't have it yet.
why I had no. And I was talking to James about this. There was a lot of good stuff that I drilled this year, and especially I drilled a lot of the Brunswick stuff, and
Yeah.
but there was nothing that really like stuck. And again,
Except the
that's-
Effect Tour might be in that
yeah,
category.
That's
You can't really say right now. He needs another month or two.
yeah, that's the yin and the yang with some of the Brunswick stuff. Is like, okay, I drilled a lot of great stuff this year, but when they're releasing 4 to 6 balls every single month, it's like, okay, well,
It's hard to keep up.
this was good, but I didn't throw it that long. This was good, but I didn't throw it that long. And there's so much. The good thing with the Brunswick stuff is there's so much good stuff that is like, well, I can't throw it all, and as new stuff keeps coming out, and so I try to spread it around a little bit. I drilled all of it initially, but then I'm like, I got to spread this stuff around. I can't be, filming for 4, 5, 6 bowling balls every time.
That's when Angel and Jesse kind of came into the fold as
Yeah,
well.
and then everything still like the Ricochet Pearl, the new Ricochet looks
that looks
amazing
really
for her.
good. Yeah.
The one Reverb looks really good. The Mesmerize, the real time, like Jonathan was saying, the real time looks ridiculous. If I'd have drilled that one, I'm sure I would love that one too. It's just spoiled for choice, but nothing really stuck around that long because it's like, oh my gosh, this is good. So
Yeah.
the ball I drilled last month, I was like, we're gonna put those away because these are good. And so it just kept chasing the tail. But the Effect Tour is just it's just different.
It's a different animal. Yeah, for sure.
And even like the first week that Russ threw it, it looked awful. And somehow he shot some ungodly score with it, and then he kind of got
He
it
got
dialed
the
in.
service dialed in a little more, and he's been striking.
He got it dialed in, and he's been throwing that a lot, and it looks good. And as soon as I drink a few more beers and my hand fattens back up, so do I can actually throw it.
Ball change for fit change.
Yeah, but it's either going to be a Summit or a Hammer Effect Tour.
Yeah.
I used to take more balls to league, especially like Friday night. I just take 3. We just whatever else. But from Edlin, it's like, well, I need to pay a little bit more attention in that. But I've taken a Summit and an Effect Tour to league for the last since the Hammer Effect Tour came out. I'm like, it was 3 balls. If I can't throw the Summit or the Effect Tour, nothing else is going to be better.
Nothing's going to strike more, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big ass jug of water.
Got to stay hydrated, man.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
I'm also a tap water snob, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Here's my water.
Oh, that's so cute. This might be as big as your head, John.
It might be.
So let's kind of punch through our list real quick. Luke, I want to make sure I've got the right ones down for you.
Okay.
Ball of the Year, Effect Tour.
Yep.
Underwhelming, I have you down for the Kaboom.
Yep.
Shelf Appeal, Beyond Infinity, honorable mention to the Sub-Zero.
The general was the Sub-Zero.
Okay, so you want to go Sub-Zero for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
So my favorite that I drilled was the Beyond, but my overall is the Sub-Zero.
Got it. Underrated Scorpion.
Atlas Hybrid.
Okay, cool. Underrated was the Atlas Hybrid. Where's
And
that?
really, I mean, it's really hard
Oh, wait,
because
Columbia
the
Atlas.
Scorpion Strike is just so good that. But I think that the Atlas Hybrid, like the Scorpion Strike, I think a lot of people know how good that is now.
Yeah,
But the
they're
Atlas
starting to
Hybrid,
figure it out.
nobody knows about the Atlas Hybrid.
That is very correct. And then Origin was your surprise ball.
Yep.
John, you had Ion Pro for ball of the year.
I'm looking it up. Give me a second. Yes.
Underwhelming was the most underwhelming choice I've ever heard in my life with the Black Widow.
Don't judge me. You need to leave.
Shelf Appeal, you at least made up for that terrible choice with a good one, picking the Evoke. Vaporize as your underrated pick, and then the Scorpion Low Flare was your surprise.
Yep.
Cool. And then for myself,
Did you get the ball of the year? You said the Ion Pro?
yes, Ion Pro ball of the year. For myself, Theorem was ball of the year. Another hot take with the Effect as my underwhelming hot pile of garbage ball. One Reverb Shelf Appeal contender for ball of the year. Underrated was the Scorpion Strike, and then surprise, which is actually a correct pick unlike John's, was the Widow 3.0.
Yeah.
So,
Do we know if anybody got any matches? Honestly, like, did anybody pick any of the categories? I know it's our side thing. We kind of talked
yeah,
about.
so that's what I was about to get into. Is we do run a little guessing game for
Discord.
in Luke's Patreon in the Panda Pack, which is the paid side of Luke's server. So for the winners for each of us, I actually won for Luke without talking through a single bit of this with him. I got his
Lies.
50% correct on the Effect Tour and the Sub-Zero Forge. So I won for that. For my picks, Maxwell Costa, a.k.a. Scarred Prince, got my picks right for the Theorem, the One Reverb, and the Scorpion Strike. So he is the winner there. And then, John, the closest guess for you was Billy Ball. He did correctly identify the Evoke as your Shelf Appeal ball, and he picked Vaporize for you, but as ball of the year instead of underrated.
All right.
So fun little game for each of us. And Luke and Angel chip in a Suck It Up Buttercup t-shirt for each of the winners from Luke's Cool Lake store. So,
Yep.
Those are our winners from that.
Rigged.
So. I promise I'd
slightly less rigged than the Chiefs game.
Staged.
Minorly, yeah. No, I can show the timestamp. I submitted that like 4 days ago before Luke and I had even talked about this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you guys to it. I need to run upstairs real quick. I shall return momentarily, and then we can talk more fundraiser stuff.
Well, I think we can talk about we can start talking about like our all-time lists.
Oh yeah.
Because I do have to revamp mine a little bit. And I know it's hard to talk about like the top 10 especially because you just forget stuff, especially stuff that's like 10 years old, 20 years old, whatever else. But I do remember my top 5 pretty clearly, and that has had an adjustment to my top 5. So it's still mostly the same. And actually, I drilled an original. So my top 5 was Promotion at the top, Taboo, Covert Revolt. I think the Summit got on the list. I think the X Factor was there somewhere. But definitely it was Promotion, Taboo, Covert Revolt. And I drilled an original Covert Revolt earlier this year. I threw it all summer, and it looked ridiculous, and so it just solidified that one even more. I actually am staring at a brand new original Taboo up on the shelf too that I desperately need to. That might have to just get holes in it but I do have a new number 1.
Oh,
I don't think it's any surprise for anybody, but I do have a new number 1 that is unseated. And I do have a new number 5.
no, wait a minute. Nothing can overtake the X Factor. Let's not do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's not do that right now.
That's
Please
fair.
don't be that guy. That is the goat. You're grounded, mister.
And honestly, that could be because the Theorem is so close to the original X Factor for me, both in reaction and the way that it looks and whatever else. X Factor, Theorem, whatever else. It just gave me some nostalgia. So the X Factor probably should stay at number 5 because I had my first X Factor had over 1,000 games on it and was thrown by like 4 or 5 different people. It's a very wild story. So I threw like 300 or 400 games with it. And because, back in the day, we used to practice all the time. We'd practice, we bowled a bunch of league. We'd go to tournaments. We'd pot bowl. We'd do cosmic. We'd whatever else. And then it was just old, and so I Eric Topham, I passed it on to him, and then he threw it for a long time too, and then he gave it to Greg Atwater. Greg Atwater threw it for a while. He gave it to his little brother Stewie. Stewie threw it for a while, and then he gave it back to me, and I threw it for another 100 or 200 games. So it was just freaking wild.
My number one definitely changed too, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I get it. I had to give you crap about it.
Yeah, but just to throw it out there, my new number one is the Summit, because it has been in my bag for a solid year.
Your Summit's your number one all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
I can see that.
I started throwing it again here the last couple of weeks, and I haven't had any like major sets, but I did have the front 10 with it last week. We shot 1041 on 17 and 18.
Wow.
Our last game against Alex Hardman, we lost the first game by
you took down our high 10 on 17 and
17 and 18. Ooh. That's what I was telling Tyler. I'm like, that's like 11-20 on any other pair in the building.
So
in the building, not even just on the low end.
So 17 and 18 is the lowest scoring pair by a lot in
every single year.
Yeah. It just everything hooks all the time, and then you move off of that and nothing hooks at all. And then it just keeps hooking more and more, and then doesn't hook when you move. So yeah, it is a very tricky pair. And it's like league average is 213. I think average on that pair is under 205 this year.
It's
wild.
It's just abysmal every time anybody goes to that pair. And so we were going, and Alex Hardman was sixth or something. This year in league has been very weird because there's the top four teams, and then there's like a 30 or 30 pin separate or 20-30 point separation to everybody else. And Alex was within like 40-50 points, and it's like 17 and 18. This is just
we all three drafted a team this year.
Yeah. It's like, man, we need to pull something out. And the first game they beat us by like 80 or 90 pins. The second game we won by 1 because Ryan and we were tied going into the 4-hole, and Ryan struck out and Alex went double 9 count. So we won by 1 pin.
Oh, I remember seeing that shot, and I was like, oh, I hadn't seen someone look so mad about a 9 count before on a fill ball.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
now.
then we shot 1041 the last game, and that's with Josh King opening in the 10th frame. We were clean as a team, clean the entire game as a team until he opened in the 10th frame.
Well, sounds like you need to drop him.
Ryan and I both had the front. I ended up.
Well, Ryan shot 299, right?
Yeah. I had the front 10. He had the front 11. And yeah. So, I've had several. I've only had 1 300 with the Summit, but I had several chances with it.
And you shot 296 with it at Casey Open last
year. I shot. And that within for 740 something in teen. And I shot 280 with it the last game of doubles and singles. I thought it's just going to hook too much for Belton, so I didn't pull it out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Joe and I shot that monster game the last game because I shot 280
y'all shot like
and he
550.
I shot 280 and he shot 250 or 260 that last game to really put us. We did
y'all had
well
a really good finish in doubles that year.
Yeah, and then I shot 296, 740 in team at Summit, and so it's just like
I know it was at Summit Lane, so it's fade.
Yeah, Summit at Summit.
Yeah, imagine that.
And then nothing really went right for us at Swiss Trios this year.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about it, but the Summit did look really good when I could throw it halfway decent.
Come on, let's talk about it.
We don't have to be living in the past, John.
The Summit,
trust me, I don't want to relive
it. Pretty well since it came out, it has just been the ball. And as good as the promotions were for me on the right side, the left side, whatever else, I didn't shoot 300 with one. I didn't have a really big set with one. It just was always in play. It was kind of my bailout ball. The Summit has been in play and my bailout ball, and has been big for me at the same time.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Summit has the kind of punch and drive through the pins that the promotion is lacking to give you the positive carry when you need it.
and I still,
But it's still smooth enough that it gives you
Yeah.
the control when the lanes get a little choppy and weird.
I still have 5 promotions down there. But if
You might need to swap some of those for Summits.
yeah, if I needed, if I could choose one of those balls to throw one shot for whatever,
Yeah.
it would have to be the Summit. It just has to be.
Ball is so good.
So my new list is Summit, Promotion, Taboo, Covert Revolt, X Factor.
Okay.
For my top 5 all time.
Thank you for at least leaving that in the top 5. Like,
Yeah, the Theorem I just didn't have enough time with. The X Factor, I drilled a couple of them, and the first one was just so good that it just.
I'm a little triggered that it went from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'll let it be.
Yeah.
John, you want to do your list? You want me to talk through mine?
Yeah, talk to yours because I haven't really put it all together yet. So yeah, go ahead.
I'd say it's not necessarily in any specific order. I do have one kind of change from what I would have said a year ago. Kind of similar to what Luke has. The physics and the IQ Tour are the 2 more kind of modern balls from SPI that definitely belong on the list. IQ Tour is just like, even still today, it's one of the balls that I think might have actually gotten better post Softgate with Storm's catalog. Looking at before versus after, looks really. I mean, it's one of the best benchmarky balls of all time, and still is today. I feel like. And then the physics, I shot 856 with it. I still love that core. I still have one that I throw sometimes, and it's a lot of fun. The change is I'm actually putting the Obsession Tour back on my list instead of the Envy Tour. I know Luke kind of referenced this earlier. Is like for how round it is, the Envy Tour kind of grinds to a halt a little on the early side, kind of like old NRG. I feel like almost. And the Obsession Tour is not quite as like early grindy diggy as the Envy Tour, but still really, really stable. But it's also the Obsession Tour is also just a touch more directional, which with how I'm kind of managing the lane these days kind of matches up a little more with getting it through the pins more consistently. And then, yeah, I'm going to go with a couple of older trackballs. Sorry, not the Theorem, the Havoc. Do you remember the Havoc, Luke? Yeah, it was a 2-tone blue ball. It's actually a very, very early rendition of the concept that ended up being used on the Kinetic series. It's a lower RG, not super high diff, very low intermediate diff core. It's kind of a tunable symmetric is kind of how they describe the core instead of ASIM. Shot my first 300 with it. Actually still have the ball, and I think that's part of why I like the Kinetic Cobalt as much as I do. Is that same kind of familiar, like, rolly round type of shape. And then my first 700 was with a Track Hex Revmaster. And it's old. Nobody remembers who it is, but it's always going to have a fond place in my heart. So I think that's going to be my 5. So.
All right, I got a 5 for you.
All right, shoot.
I had to put them down. So my top 5 definitely changed. Number 1 is definitely the Envy Tour. That ball is just a really good fit for me. I've always loved that ball since I drilled the first one. I've drilled a couple of them now. The Summit is now jumped up to number 2. Number 3 is going to be the OG X Factor. 4, the Jackal Ghost. Jackal Ghost is probably the best asymmetrical solid bowling ball I've ever thrown in my life. Once again, just my ball roll and my game, it just fits me really well. I've drilled multiple of those, and as Luke knows, I always take that ball to Tulsa.
Yeah.
It's my Tulsa ball.
It should go everywhere with you, I feel like.
Yes. And then this is a surprise one. If you guys remember the Domination? Storm Domination?
Oh, yeah.
That one's there. That one's top 5. And then it was tough there. The Virtual Gravity needs to be in there too. The Virtual Gravity was
the original one.
Oh yeah, so good.
I like it.
That's an honorable pick for the top 5.
What are we up to?
$6,365 at the moment.
6,000. What was it?
6365.
6365. And we got about 40 minutes left.
Yep.
All right.
We need a push to get up to Crystal Physics.
Yep.
Every $300.
We want that Crystal Physics. Let's push it.
I mean, either
Chop,
way, 60, 6,300, 64, 65, whatever we get to is an amazing amount for, and it's just, it does so much for the, especially that kind of money all at the same time. Even if it doesn't get to what we got to last year, just the fact that we had $5,000 before we even started the stream.
Oh yeah.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
$2,000 is amazing. It just we're talking several $1,000s here for the rescue when they need it the most, and it's great either way. So thanks a million to everybody that is that's here, that's helped, that's supported, that's been a part of this. I mean, we start pretty well as soon as we're done with the giveaway, the fundraiser 1 year. We start on preparations for the next year, getting prizes.
I think we already have some ideas and stuff of a couple of balls that are going to be in the pool for next year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we actually do have a. Should we? I'll go
I'm
ahead.
going to step away for 2 seconds to use the restroom for this last bit, and then make a drink, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. Steven, the Rev Master was like blue and orange. I unfortunately don't have it anymore, but that it was mostly blue, but with some kind of orange swirlies, and it was like a low RG, huge diff symmetrical. I think it was actually pinned down double thumb was the layout I had on mine in 14 pounds. Wait, I haven't seen this yet.
We have the super prize for next year.
Ooh. Oh my.
Already.
Oh my.
We have a Physics Inspire.
That's phenomenal.
That is the super prize for next year. Big thanks to Ilpad for donating this one for next year. NRG2 Pearl, 1500 grit polish. Overseas ball, smells like blood orange. Very tasty.
Jeez, Eric, can I smell it real quick?
Yeah.
Dude, you're short. Come on. Oh, wow, that smells awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
ball for next year. We do have a half ball again that he donated, and then we got some
Say
very
High
cool
Road
signatures on.
High Road Nano, I believe.
I think we got Packy and Zach Wilkins and Spencer. We got a bunch of pretty cool names on that. So this is in the this is in the kitty for next year.
That's sick. I haven't actually seen that ball yet. That looks really, really, really nice. What's the cover on it? Sorry.
NRG2 Pearl.
Okay. So that's the same as the crystal, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. Just checking for any more updates. Nope. Still 636.
And the Code Extreme.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, that's right. And Marvel Max SE? Or was that? No, it's Energy Smooth.
And yeah, that was a different one. That was kind of weird.
That's right. But a lot of those overseas balls are a little odd.
Yeah, but they're
really cool.
They're different. They're cool. So
I'm kind of at a point right now where like I'm almost afraid to drill like old random stuff because it's like, well, crap. If I like this, I'm gonna want another one.
See, that's the problem with a lot of the ones that I'm staring at, because I've got some gems that I'm looking at. Some of the overseas stuff,
yes,
is whatever, but I've also got some stateside stuff that the Idle Synergy was really good. I like that one quite a bit. I've got 2 of those left. Rubicon UC3. We got another one from
oh, sweet. How much? Nice.
I've got 2 Rubicon UC3s left, and that ball, as soon as it shined up out of the box, it was, didn't know what it wanted to do, but shined up, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
nice. Got more monies.
I've also got a Flux and a Flux Pearl down there. Sean Rash, when he first got on with Global, he threw those all the time. Mild ASIM, higher. They're kind of like the zero gravity for those that remember. Higher RG, but big diff and kind of a mild ASIM. It's like the fluxes are like 255, 050, 010 or something like that.
I thought it was higher RG than that.
It might. Well, I think it's 255. Could be wrong. Yeah.
You said? Oh, I thought you said 250.
255.
Yeah,
240.
250. Yeah, it's like borderline ASIM high road type numbers almost.
Yeah, 255, 048, 014 for the fluxes.
Yeah.
And I've got 1 each of those. as far as the stateside stuff, I've still got a dark code sitting down there.
And is that another parallax blink?
Yeah, I got 2 more parallaxes.
Why do you have a Zen U?
I have 3 Zen. Well, I had 3 Zen U's. I have
Why?
2 Zen U's because it was amazing at Nationals a couple years ago. If I wouldn't have gone, I would have shot at 700 in singles if I wouldn't have gone open the last 2 frames.
Oh, wasn't it like 710 Greek Church or something stupid like that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 2. It was the lefty 2-7. So
Yeah.
I don't know 2-10. Yeah,
3. Oh, it was 3-7 Greek Church. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
It was just like complete like twist the knife.
Yeah,
Type
yeah.
stuff.
Because I was sitting there staring at. I went like spare 6-bagger,
Mhm.
and then I'm looking at like, oh my gosh, if I just get off the sheet clean,
Then you're gonna have a monster set.
I'm a big set.
Yeah,
and
and then
so,
it was
yeah.
like 8-1-5-2. Have a nice day.
Yeah, like yeah, this is great. Couple parallaxes. Still got 4 idle cosmoses down there. I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
We still got a couple IQ Nano pearls.
I see an Axiom box over there.
Yeah, that's Angel's Axiom.
You
Unfortunately,
have IQ Nano Pearls?
I have a couple IQ Nano pearls. That was my first 300, my first lefty 300 ball.
Oh yeah.
I know I was live in person.
Yeah,
That was at Westridge.
yeah. That was at Westridge on like 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 or something like that.
That's when we bowled the Friday Night League, right?
Yeah, we bowled the Friday Night League together. But as far as like other cool stuff, we've got 3 pink badgers.
3.
We have 3 DNAs. I've got an Attention S.
Halo Burn.
Halo Burn.
Is that a blank one?
That's a blank one.
Okay.
Marvel Max Impact.
Oh, you still have that high wire.
Yeah, I've still got a high wire. I'm that has Jordan Richard's name on it though.
Yeah.
Jordan Snodgrass. Snodgrass Richard.
Get it right.
Grass. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, we've got some pretty. Angel has a honey badger collection. She's got several of those, but I've got some good stuff up there. But thankfully, I have 3 or 4 summits left, so I'll be in good shape. But yeah, basically what you were saying, the older they get, the harder they get, and so we kind of have a rule. It's like once they get to 5 years old, we either need to drill them or sell them. So we've got a lot of my promotions down there say 2019 on them, so I might have to drill one. And Ryan Klaus really likes the one that Angel had an old one that she gave to him, and that's he keeps saying, it's like, I just need to throw this ball all the time, because he throws everything else and then he ends up throwing a promotion and ends up working out well. So DNA coil or Attention Star better for a house shot league?
Neither. Theorem.
Yeah. Probably the Attention Star for the majority of house shots. It really depends on how much oil you have and what your game is. The answer could be either or, for depending on your game, the conditions, whatever else. So it's really hard to say sometimes. So
He said theorem lies.
yeah.
No, I know that ball's really good. I just have a weird one. Literally, it's funny though that any track ball I've ever drilled in my life has always been awful, and I know that the problem is that they actually don't make bad bowling balls.
Yeah.
Track
cores are some of the best out there.
Oh no, they are, no doubt. I don't know if the last couple I've drilled are just wonky or what, but
yeah.
Whoop. Okay, now it's sliding.
Did it catch?
Yeah, it caught. Yeah. But I hung my frickin'. This needs to.
By the way, I'm proud of you.
My Spectre bottle opener.
I'm proud of you. By the way, you turned on the sign.
Yeah.
The other night when you and Angel did the stream, I watched.
Yeah.
And then you turned on the
sign.
Yeah,
nice.
I remember.
You turned on for this.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I got to, and I went to a liquor store for we had a Christmas party or whatever. So I've got some Shiner Cheers in stock. So if you're feeling in the mood and you can make it over next Wednesday for a show.
Are you talking about this Wednesday or next Wednesday?
Yeah, this upcoming Wednesday, the 18th.
Yeah, if I'm feeling it, I'll be there.
So I do have Shiner Cheer in stock, and this is just weird stuff because it doesn't sound like it should be good, but it's really amazing.
No, that stuff is amazing.
Yeah, it's darker,
super dark,
but it's ale brewed with pecans and peaches and caramel color.
Which is funny because
So-
I hate pecans.
Yeah,
But that beer is so good.
and it's just good. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. Just smell it. It just, and you probably don't even.
If it wasn't for the beer, that would smell really good.
yeah,
If it wasn't for that, like beer, like legit, like I don't drink. That's just a personal thing. But like even past that, like alcohol, like alcoholic beverages, legit smell terrible to me. Like
it's just,
if Luke tries to get me to sniff his like whiskey or something, I'm about to puke.
Well, that's whiskey. That's a different story. There's some beers out there that smell okay, but whiskey can be
no, there's not beers that smell okay. John.
it's fruity
That's
and
not how that
nutty,
works.
and it shouldn't be good, but it is.
Yeah.
So,
But even with all of that said, I could just from the sniff, I could see how that would be good if you're not like
if you're not
repulsed by
averse
the
to-
smell of
yeah.
beer.
that Shinerbach, the Christmas one is amazeballs.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Shinerbach is just really good in general.
Yeah. Shinerbach, Amberbach. It's just some good stuff.
I didn't realize Keeler and they made the cut at Holiday.
Yeah, Keeler and Andy bowled really well.
Yeah, I'm watching them right now. I've got them on my computer to the left.
Yeah, and that's kind of crazy. That's one of those tournaments that I've always wanted to go to, but it's like I know that I would just donate, but I would end up sitting down with Flanagan and talking on the stream. That's really what I want to go to Holiday Devils for.
I tell you what, if for anybody that's never been there, that center is really cool.
Yeah, I haven't bowled in St. Louis, period.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You pull in the parking lot and you're like, okay, this place doesn't look that big.
Yeah.
And then you walk in the door and you're like, holy crap. Like the ceilings are really tall. And then the bar is super long and overhangs almost the whole center. And you're almost on top of the bowlers. And they can watch the balls going down the lane. It is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that's again, I'd like to get out to, because Tim Barrett does the River City Open or whatever now.
Yep.
The doubles?
Yeah.
Yeah, the riverboat. I'd like
Riverboat,
to get there to do that, but we got so many other tournaments that we get to because it's just, and especially if I'm going to start going to Hayes now too for the doubles tournament. It's Hayes for the doubles tournament in February, and then it's Southwest in March, and then we push Springfield back a little bit, but Springfield and then Nationals, then we got Tulsa, then we got, and I'd like to go to Pittsburgh again, and it's just
no.
I'm going to Pittsburgh at the end of April.
I subbed with Russ and them because Keltner couldn't make it. And so I bowled with Russ and Jay and Jeff and whatever else. And my lowest finish was 15th with Jay in doubles. And
it's the place where you can do like parallax type things. So that actually
or maybe no, it was 30.
Luke, you've always bowled good in Pittsburgh, though.
Well, I've only bowled there once.
I thought you bowled there multiple times, even right-handed.
I bowled there once. Well, Jay and I got 30th in doubles, but I got 15th in singles.
Okay.
I got top 5 in the combine, and then I got second in all events, both handicap and scratch all events, to Brian Goebel.
That's a pretty good person to lose.
I shot 2150 something, and I shot 2155, and he shot 2172.
It's still a pretty good check, though, right?
Oh yeah, I got $1,000. It was $1,000 check.
Do you get your little W? What is it? What do you get? Fill out your paperwork for the money?
Yeah. That was
W. What is it? W9, W6? I don't know.
In addition to Jay and I were the horses that weekend, and we did well in brackets.
Oh, let's go.
Good. So the guy that shot last night at Holiday Doubles, the guy that went 889 the first 3 and then 300 game 4, he did not play any action.
Yeah,
Packy.
$0 of action.
Packy did that. That's why they have they used to have for Southwest the sweeper the night before. They used to have the rule where it's just you can only bowl once because Packy shot 1189. He shot 900 the first 3, and then he went 289 and then 300 300 300.
Yeah, this was 290 299 bills. Yeah, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And John Landers in St. Louis, and I keep wanting to get out for that stuff, but it's just we got so much, and then we got KCO. We got so much stuff in September. We got KCO and Swiss Trios, and then there was some other thing that we did in September last year. And
yeah, I literally left Thursday morning, and I was home yesterday by 3:00.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of driving. That drive sucks. Just saying it right now.
Once you get through St. Louis, it's pretty okay because that was the first time that we'd ever been that way. Like I went to Syracuse for nationals, but we flew there.
Right.
And I went to Washington D.C. one time because I had an uncle that was stationed there. I had an uncle that flew all around the world. He was kind of a global representative for the United States or something like that. And so he would live 2 years here, 2 years. He lived in Sudan for a couple of years. He lived all over the world, and it was really cool. He died last year, a couple of years ago, I think. But they have a room with all their artifacts from all over the world, which is just freaking cool. But they were stationed in Washington D.C. for a couple of years, and so we went and visited them there. But that's the only couple times I've been to the East Coast. Been to the West Coast a whole ton for bowling tournaments and stuff, but nationals. But yeah, once you get past St. Louis, it's really cool driving. And Pennsylvania reminds me a lot of the Ozarks. It's wild how much Pennsylvania and the Ozarks are similar.
Charles Hutcherson, what's up, brother?
Yeah. What's up, Hutch?
Yep. Hutch is like my favorite, like, new channel. I mean, he's been doing this for like 3 or 4 years now.
New, quote unquote.
But yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite guy that's been doing really well here. And he had speaking of babies, like 30 minutes ago or 45 minutes ago or whatever, him and his wife just had one.
Oh, really? I didn't know this. Hutch, dude.
Yeah,
congrats.
He's still putting stuff out and still getting it done. And yeah,
he's been on the grind. It's paying off.
Yeah, I really like his stuff.
You know, Luke, what cool thing is, since we both kind of joined Kulik around the same time, is the relationships that we've got from them has been so amazing.
Yeah.
It's been like, it's hard to put into words, but they've treated me so good. I know they treat you amazing.
Yeah.
My daughter wears Kulik jerseys that you've donated to the youth leagues. So that's amazing.
That's probably the coolest thing about them, is because we have some stuff to work with to start the year, but then they actually they just want to get Cool Wick apparel into people's hands.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, we get 10% kickbacks from the sales that we get. And Jim Nemeth, who he's not with him anymore, but he was the guy that got both of us in there.
Right, both of us, yeah.
And so I'm like, well, I've got a bunch of credit to spend. Can I do whatever? He's like, it's your credit to spend. You got to spend it by December 1st, but we don't care what you do with it.
Now November 1st, by the way.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. But he's like, yeah, I mean, it's your credit. They encourage us to do giveaways every month and whatever else, and they said you can do whatever you want to with it. And I'm like, okay. Because Jesse and Larry had asked about, is like, well, can you help us out? We want to get jerseys for our youth leagues. And so can you help us, kind of figure things out? We want to go with Cool Wick. And I'm like, well, I'm telling you what, I don't want to spend this amount of money on jerseys for myself.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
it's a way to give back out of what you got already.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I asked Jim, I said, so this would be kind of a lot of money, but can I do it? And he's like, man, it's your credit, and you do whatever you want to with it. And I'm like, okay.
But to give it to the kids, though, the fact that you even thought about that is incredible. Like I said, my daughter even gets jerseys out of it, and I know that Amanda's Alexis. You've met Alexis, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's her favorite thing ever. She won't leave the house to go bowl without it. So
yeah.
Thank you to you.
I mean, they're super comfy.
Hey, even T-shirts, by the way. You can still buy T-shirts, hoodies,
Yeah.
hats.
We're going to bring a Storm Dog out there on one of these Saturdays to see the kids. And
heck yeah.
We haven't been out there before because I don't want to go out there and say like, we give you these jerseys.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like we don't want to be like, okay, well, here's your stuff and whatever else. So we want to bring Storm Dog and come hang out and say hi. And it works out. It works out for everybody because I don't need to spend several $1,000s a year in jerseys or whatever. And
next week's the fun week, by the way. And then they take off until January.
Okay.
Like mid-January. So just FYI.
Yeah.
Charles, thanks, gentlemen. We have to connect in the next year or in the new year. I have some ideas. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun, man.
I know that we're all over the place. Like Luis is in Vegas. Hutch is in Florida. We're in the middle of the country. Whatever else, but yeah, we gotta make something happen because there's too many people doing good things right now. So
let's make some content, have some fun.
Cool people doing cool things.
Wearing Cool Wick.
Yeah.
By the way, Andy Klein sitting on the front 8 with Keeler right now.
Yeah.
I just got it on my left here, so
yeah, that's cool.
We've got 20 minutes exactly left, so let's get those last minute donations in to help these puppers. Sorry, I know I sound awful. I'm trying my best to get through this, but thank you for everyone that has donated any cent that you have, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's make a strong push here. Let's see if we can connect that Crystal Physics in.
Yeah, I mean,
what are we at now? Do we have an update?
6435.
6435.
We would need an awful lot to get to the Crystal Physics, but we can at least get to the final prize package because Tobias did say that normally he does and we just kind of skipped over it, but he's like, well, I didn't think I had to tell you really because he's just good for an SPI ball of choice every year. But we didn't have him down, so we do a prize package every $500, and so if we got to 6,500, that would be all 13 of the prize packages to give away. So if we can get 65 more dollars, we may not get to the Crystal Physics, but we'll have raised a lot of money for the puppers, and and then we can at least get all the prize packages.
Absolutely.
Plus we have the ultimate prize package too for the 200 plus donators. So
still, we've what we've done tonight and what we do year in and year out since I've started doing this. I think this is probably year 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly, but
yeah,
pretty amazing, and it's hard to put into words. Sometimes it just the fact that we do the things that we do to help out for dogs. I mean, just dogs, for crying out loud. People don't think about it. It's amazing because they're the most loving animal out there that you could possibly have, and the fact that they go through the things that they go through is miserable. I mean, cats are the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong, but just dogs they're the most loving animals you could possibly have, and
there's a lot of dogs that are better than people.
You could literally come home, you could have the worst day ever, and a dog could make you smile and cheer your day up in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's crazy, and the way that they have to go through the things that they go through. I'm glad we can help out.
Yeah. Now we've got to shout out a few. We had Mistletoe was the one that started it all for us. And
do we have the video handy? Can we play it?
We could. It's kind of long.
Okay.
But she, oh man, is this new or?
We get a new one?
Yep. Courtesy of Mr. Kniffen. That got us up to the number. So we're officially.
No, that's 66.
No. Well, yeah, but that's we were just talking about getting to 6,500. So you got us up to that number, and there was another 50 that just came in. So
Kniffen, good job.
Yeah, but
thank you for pronouncing it correctly.
The people that we got Mistletoe from lost 2 of their dogs during the last couple months. We know that you also lost one of yours a few months ago. It's been a few months now, but it doesn't.
She's right here.
Yeah, it doesn't really get any easier. So,
but they're awesome companions to have while they're here, and just kind of like,
you
don't think about it this way sometimes, but it's like dogs are there for some of our lives. We're there for all of theirs.
This is, and I know how you guys felt because this is our first Christmas without her. Mm-hmm. And she's always, because she was it's not like she was a small part of our life. She was a St. Bernard. Okay. So she was big.
Yeah.
And I missed her every day, and she'd always sit there with Raylan and be close when she's opening presents. It's going to be hard. And she shared a birthday with Amanda. For those that don't know.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Amanda, that's my wife. In September, it was a little tough, but we're making it through it. But yeah, it's hard. It truly is a man's best friend.
Yep. Yeah. Lost my train of thought. I was going to say something else. But
I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
No,
Someone's cutting onions in here. I can't believe it.
my
I'm about to tear up.
my ADD is awful. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I tell Mistletoe every once in a while that she's smarter than people, because she always knows when we're getting ready to leave, and she always just runs down to her crate and it's like, no, you can stay in the house today. You're a little smarter than you think you are. And but yeah, dogs are great, and it's just one of those things that to be able to, people will talk. And I know that Hutch knows this too, but the comment sections on YouTube can get pretty rough. And and talking about ball reviewers, this and whatever else that, and it's like, well, but at the same time, I've never really done anything in the bowling world outside of make ball videos. But not everybody's destined for. Not everybody can be EJ Tackett. And some people like Andy Reid, whether you like the Chiefs or not, especially the last couple of years, he's a Hall of Fame coach, one of the best coaches ever done it. But he hurt himself when he was like 19, and he turned into a clipboard bitch, and then found out he was really good at that. And so even though he never accomplished anything,
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, he was a really good high school and collegiate player for like a couple of years, and then he
Talking about Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Former awesome offensive line coach at the University of Missouri, by the way.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yes.
But he found out that he was a really good clipboard bitch. and so it's
Can we push past this?
Yeah. It's just one of those things where, I never had the opportunities on the participation side necessarily, but Pro Shop, YouTube, whatever else. And the fact that I can use that to do, again, turn that into raising money for rescue and giving jerseys to a youth league and whatever else. It's like, that's the thing to hang the cap on. I don't, the views and whatever else, that's kind of aside, but what you can turn it into is something kind of different. So
you, sir, are amazing. You, sir, have an amazing wife, and you're amazing people. And I'm glad to be a part of it. That's all I've got to say about that. So,
yeah, we're just glad to have you, because you're one of those people that'll just, at your own expense, you'll drop everything, and
I'm there if you need me.
Yeah, you're always asking. It's like, yeah, what can I do? What do you need? Whatever else. So
I'm there if you need me.
And a big thank you to James too, because he's run our Discord. I wouldn't have the Discord because I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm just it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm the talent, but I have no idea how to do anything else. So I can sit here and talk at the screen, and everybody else does everything behind the scenes. So
you're the pretty face, I guess.
Yeah, and Angel was the one. This was her idea to begin with, and she got it started.
Yep.
And she's kind of the driving force behind getting everything done. James helps us a lot with the logistics and the tracking, and just puts countless hours with not only this, but the Panda Pack League and the Football League, and just countless hours doing stuff for just the people in general.
This is one I look forward to every year. We can sit here and we can just BS about bowling and still do what we're doing to raise money for what we're raising for. And it's a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sorry I sound like a idiot, but hey, I wouldn't miss it for the world. We're here.
Yeah, that's the yeah. But yeah, we have in our Discord, we have a million channels, but we have a Doggo Puppers channel where everybody posts pictures of their pets and what they're doing.
Animal pictures galore. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes left, by the way. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So yeah, we have a dog channel. We have a fantasy football league. We have virtual leagues. We have an entertainment channel. We have a health channel. We have a mental health channel. We have just all kinds of stuff in there, and it's really become a community full of people that I feel bad sometimes, because I think people get in there and it's only $5 a month, but it's kind of like, sometimes things run their course and you're not interested anymore. And I don't want anybody to feel like they have to stay in there to keep being our friends or something, but it gets to that point where it's kind of like, well, yeah, I don't want to bail on a friend, because it's like we're all friends now. We go to tournaments and different things, and it's like, okay, if you're just kind of okay, I'm subscribing to this, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done with this now, and I can leave. I think there's a lot of people that may kind of be, this is kind of past things, but I don't want to leave because they're my friends.
Yeah, and it's like, I think I first noticed this like 2 years ago at KC Open. Is like all these people came into town. Like we talk all the time in Discord, and then we hang out in person for the first time. And it's like, I'm not hanging out with people I just met. I'm hanging out with people that I feel like I've known for 2 years already, because I have.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of this weird like family connection that you don't really get, family feeling connection, I guess.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing is I kind of feel bad too with a lot of these people that are friends. It's like, well, I don't want to keep charging them $5 a month to hang out with us, but it
pay to play, baby.
Yeah, but it kind of goes into this. Like they're helping out with this. They're helping out with the jerseys for the kids. They're contributing, not really to us, because we redirect it to a lot of other places. And so everybody that is in the Discord is contributing to the prize packages that we added. They're contributing to paying the hundreds of dollars it's going to take to ship this stuff out, ship all the prizes out. So yeah, it's not just I said it a couple of years ago when they gave me a freaking computer. I said, I'm just happy to be the catalyst for all this stuff. It's everybody else is doing this stuff. I just happen to, strike lightning in a bottle with trying to do something for my customers in the pro shop. And it's everybody else that's doing it. I'm just making sure that it's all going to a good place.
That was a fun little surprise, by the way.
Oh,
I say little, and I downplay that.
I'm still very happy with that surprise across the board.
It was pretty badass, I will say.
My editing time is significantly cut down. Like it used to be like 10 minutes for every minute of video I had to render. So if I made a 10-minute video, it was 100 minutes to render the video. Now it's almost a 1-to-1 render. So if I have a 10-minute video, it takes like 12 or 13 minutes to get the video done. So it accelerates that exponentially. And now that my wife got me a 240 hertz monitor,
nice.
It runs video games really
fancy
well now too. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute, is it for editing or is it video games? Let's be honest here.
Well, as soon as I started playing a lot more video games on the computer as soon as I got that rig. But
I still need you to get on with the Call of Drinking, by the way.
Yeah, it's helped significantly with the editing and YouTube making and stuff. I would not have been able to get through this year without that computer, because I used to have to just start rendering and then walk away for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And now I can get stuff done, just clip it off like that.
That's awesome, dude. And that's cool.
So
I love it.
But it's all going back other places. So.
Oh yeah, it truly is. It really is. We got 7 minutes left, guys. Come on.
And we did get up to James put another couple $100 in, and then we've gotten a couple other donations. So we are over the $6,500 mark. So we will go on ahead and give away 13 prizes.
Sweet. Yes, Angel. Like Angel said, the old potato is what he's streaming on now. Yes, the one that we use on the set is the old computer.
The old one that we did. This was the first rig that we bought specifically for editing fives. I don't know. It's probably been 7 or 8 years ago now. Yeah, Hutch. He's still in here. I know the feeling rendering used to kill me, and that was the thing, is that everybody got together, and we have KCO, and everybody got together and got me a computer that would render stuff faster. And it's like, now that I've got almost a 1-to-1 render, it's literally life-changing, because I spent so many hours videos.
Your face worth it.
Yeah, even the cuts, just cutting down to like 3 minutes worth of ball video, it was still a 30-minute render to get 3 minutes worth of ball video. And so I'm going to click render and I'm going to walk away. And then when I watch it back to make sure that there's nothing worse than waiting an hour and a half for a video to render just to see that I missed a transition, or that I forgot to clip a part of an audio out, or like I had a flub. I messed up talking and then had to go back and edit something out. And it's like, okay, well, I got to spend 30 seconds fixing this and another hour and a half re-rendering it to fix the mistake.
Really?
Yeah.
So
You still killed Betty White, though.
I did kill Betty White. I knew it was going to happen. I swear to God. I spent the next 2 weeks after I made that video checking the news every single day because I'm like, oh my gosh, I know it. And after I got like 3 weeks, 4 weeks on, I'm in the clear, and then I killed Betty White. So
not only did you kill a legend, come on. I have actually Golden Girl sleeping pants.
Woo.
Amanda Raylan bought them for me as a surprise one time.
Leo Duman.
What are we up to, boys? What are we up to?
Almost $7,000.
Okay, how far away are we?
That's old. That's old.
Yeah.
Okay.
6780, I believe, is the number.
6780. Can we get to at least 7 in the next 5 minutes? 5 minutes. Come on.
Let me
warming those hands up.
Pull a deal or no deal and make a phone call up to the.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Are we going live on the air while you're making a phone call?
No.
Come on.
No bet, Max. You know what I'm talking about. No bet.
Yeah, no bet.
Are we
no
deal.
4 minutes. No deal. 4 minutes.
4 minutes away. I'm watching the clock.
Old too. Max.
Can we?
Yeah.
How far away are we from 7?
Yeah, this watch. I'm gonna burn this watch and dance in the ashes.
James, how far away are we from 7?
220. My
220.
Up to date and accurate.
Okay. 220 in the next 4 minutes. Well, about 3, but yes, we're getting close. Once again, thank you everybody for all the donations you've put in leading up to the stream and the donations you've given in the stream. We appreciate you guys so much. This is
going to get as close to 30 grand total that we've raised, I think.
This is amazing. You guys are fantastic, and we appreciate all you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I tell people is that people think YouTube's easy. Start your own channel.
No.
Just even with your phone, balls that you already own, just make a couple videos and you'll figure it out. So
yeah, it's
awful.
Not that easy.
I think somebody want to shoot Angel to shoot James for $100. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I do ask that we take like a 2-minute break before we do the drawings so I can run to the bathroom and come back.
Well, once we have the final, once we hit 9 o'clock, then Angel gets the sheet updated, and then I've got some stuff to do, and I need to get ready to actually run the drawings.
So I'm good to take a potty break at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. We'll have if we happen to get any large last-minute donations, we might fudge a few minutes, but you guys have had a couple weeks now. So we don't want to let it. Yeah, I know. I called. Yeah, I know. I was trying to get her attention. That was probably not the best.
I didn't do it this time.
Yeah.
Hey, on the side note, I have to go watch gymnastics tomorrow on NFL Sunday football when the Broncos play the biggest game of the year for us. We lock up a playoff spot if we win tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm in Overland Park watching flips.
I'm gonna lose a bullshit playoff game is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you're not gonna lose. Find a way to win. Find a way to win, baby.
I should not be playing Trent. I should not be. He has the second most points in the league. I'm not too far behind, but I should definitely not be playing Trent. I'm a little salty about it.
Oh, come on.
I made some big moves. I picked up Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. I picked up Bucky Irving. I made some really good picks that during the year that turned my season around. And now I have to play Trent, who got screwed the entire year and should not be 6-8.
We have 1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining. Yeah.
Any last minutes in yet?
Nothing that I'm seeing. I'm assuming Angel will just get it updated once we get to 9 and then come down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my hands are
I'm a
getting
Browns
cold.
fan. I stopped watching weeks ago. Jerry,
I tell
Judy-
you what, Victorious, you gave me the most stressful game I've ever watched in my life.
Oh, dude,
Outside of the Chiefs game.
yeah, it is incredible to me how good the Browns offense gets once
Without
their
Deshaun Watson?
$260 million quarterback gets hurt, and
Yeah.
they have to put
Deshaun
in
Watson's
someone else.
trash. Trash.
Jerry Judy helped me out last week.
Yeah, he had a point to prove.
I was
He
down
sucks.
and out. Jerry Judy did some things. I think the Chiefs might actually cover the spread for the first time in a million years this week.
No, I actually think the Chiefs are going to struggle this week. I think the Browns are going to give them a fit.
They probably
Yeah.
will, but it's Browns plus 4.5.
Chiefs are without one of their offensive linemen, and their offensive line's already bad.
And
When
Miles
have we-
Garrett.
But
When have we not been without an offensive lineman?
We got Hollywood Brown and
Hollywood.
Butker back.
No, Hollywood's not playing.
Oh, he's not playing.
Oh, he's not.
Okay.
No, Butker is. Hollywood's not.
But
We have Pacheco.
the funny thing is, too, that the backup
Oh.
kicker, everything aced right down the middle, except he can't kick over 50 yards.
That was the third stringer the other day.
Yeah.
The backup got hurt.
Matthew Wright, for the last couple weeks, everything has been straight down the middle until the doink for the division, and that's all anybody's going to remember is it hitting the upright and going in. But the other 7 or 8 field goals, extra points he kicked, every single one of them were perfect textbook right down the middle. What's the total amount raised?
I believe it's 6,780.
Yep.
Angel
just posted it in Discord.
I was about to say the same.
Okay, 6780. So that's
I
what
think
we
she's
are at.
kind of leaving it
It
open
is
to
9
see if
o'clock.
someone wants to push it over.
Yeah, if so, we need to get to 7,300 to trigger the crystal physics. I understand it's another $600. So I'm saying, but I understand it's December, it's Christmas time. We just had Thanksgiving. People are doing all kinds of stuff. What was the goal?
7,300.
7,300 was what we got to last year, and every year we have an extra special ball if we beat last year's total. So we're looking for 7,300, but if we don't get there, the crystal will go back in for next year. So it's not that big of a deal. So
I'm going to go ahead, since we're after 9, I'm going to go ahead and step away, go to the
Okay.
bathroom, get a drink, and that way we can start doing drawings.
And
Cool.
I'll block my video.
just because we didn't get to last year, $6,700, $6,800 is amazing. So don't stretch yourselves. Everybody that's donated has already done enough. So with the crystal physics will be there next year. And if you don't have it, don't spend it. $7,000 for the rescue is
awesome.
plenty good enough. We've already done plenty of good things. So
Had another $10 come in, so 6,790 is the number now.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if you have it and want to send it,
That would be awesome, but
awesome, but don't
at the same time, this is a ridiculous amount of generosity already.
gamble the rent money.
What if I gamble the water bill
So,
money?
Yeah. Bills versus Lions, Steelers versus Eagles.
Yes, those should be pretty good games.
The Steelers versus Chiefs on Christmas is on Netflix. Recently
Oh,
got
really?
Netflix back to watch Cobra Kai. Season 6 is terrible.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. Season 6 of Cobra Kai. So Cobra Kai was an amazing series for 4 seasons. 5 got a little wonky. 6 is bad. So it's basically seasons 1 and 2 were Karate Kid 1. Seasons 3 and 4 were Karate Kid 2. And seasons 5 and 6 are Karate Kid 3. And that's
unfortunate.
not a good thing. Season 5 was
it's the curse of the threequel.
Season 5 was good. But
Max has the rent money on NHL. So
Yeah.
cool. Easy peasy.
season 6 is not good. It's Karate Kid 3 multiplied. It's bad. There's a few good moments, but it's not good. Yeah. Got another $20. I think. So at
that
least
one's
get us
new.
up to 6,800.
6810.
Nice round 6810, nice round number. So that's probably where we'll cut it off. Thanks, everybody. We at least got to the 13 prize packages. We're going ahead and throw Tobias's SPI ball of choice, most likely in 15 pounds. We'll throw it in there. Now, once again, for anybody, if you are in here, we're getting ready to do the drawings. Oh, just that, yeah, cool. Appreciate it. Man, he's actually sponsoring one of the giveaways too. So yeah, he's sponsoring one of the giveaways too. So
All right, did I miss anything? Sorry, help me out.
we are 6810. I think that's where we're going to call it.
Okay.
Which is amazing. That's
Still, yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that we got like $1,800 the first time we did it, and then we got 2,500 or something the second time. Yeah. And so we just keep getting surprise. Oh, Hutch, $50 from Hutch.
Hey, we like those.
Really appreciate it, man. And he's got a kid, and
You said Hutch?
Yeah.
Yep. That a baby. Thank you, Hutch.
Thanks, Hutch. Much love, dude.
Appreciate it. Another $20 from Michael.
Holy crap! Something just fell in here. Sorry.
I got him already.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I know. I hate this watch. But yeah, appreciate Hutch contributing to the cause.
Yeah, that one's old.
Okay. So
yeah, looks like 6860 is the number we have.
Cool.
Take the $10 back to make it even. No, make it another 40, Keith. I'm kidding.
Uh-oh. Another one, just Dominic Barish.
Oh, sweet.
I think that's a new one.
Yes, it is. Who is?
Angel's
that's Nick
editing.
PD. Yep, she's editing. Yep.
What did we come into here?
6910 or 6960.
6960. Okay. All right. You guys freaking rock.
Paul Johnson.
Sweet.
$50 from Paul Johnson.
I'm just gonna let Angel do it.
Okay.
I'll keep it a PG, but you guys freaking rock.
Yeah, as long as you guys are still sending stuff in, I don't really want to cut it off. But it's saying we have to say enough is enough at some point.
If it's coming in, I'm sitting here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. We still have people sending stuff in, so yeah, Cyan 6969. Pretty close. Pretty close.
I mean, send in $9.
Yeah, we might have to get some of Lucky's cookies down here. We never did that.
Hashtag nice.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, we might
have $1 back.
Okay. All right, we'll give it a few more minutes, but we do have to cut it off at some point.
Yeah.
And
we got 3 minutes to 9:10. You want to go cut it off at 9:10?
Yeah,
9:15.
Yeah, we've got to cut it off at some point.
Yeah.
And you can keep sending donations in if you want to, but we are going to have to cut it off here.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nuthouse just sent something in as well.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
You got to start doing the Wolf of Wall Street. Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Oh, there he is. Let's see. That's that.
Yeah, another 50 from Julio Fernandez.
Yep, just got that one added in.
All right.
So we are actually right on the doorstep of 7,000. We hit 7,000. Holy.
Mm-hmm.
Did we really? Let's go.
7,035.
Yep.
Heck yes, guys. Thank you so much.
Angel said we're good to give the crystal away.
Hey.
That's what I was wanting to check on.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did well
Sweet.
enough that we're going to go on ahead. We got over 7. We're close enough. So we're just going to we're going to go ahead and add the crystal in. So Angel is finalizing the numbers now and coming down. So I'm going to just say we are cut off. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to say that we're cut off now. We hit 7. We hit $7,000. That's good enough. That's our second highest total ever, because I think the previous one was 6,800, 6,700, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. 68.
We're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and put the crystal in. So,
Okay.
another Leo.
Okay.
We'll
Oh, we just got 100 in.
That's just got added in. Yep.
yeah, Leo just sent another 100. So
71.35.
yeah, that's
Leo,
Great,
you
man.
rock, dude. Thank you.
yeah. Well, that
Everybody, even if you put in $1, thank you so much.
I think so.
he's up into the big prize package
Yeah, he
now.
was already.
You can tell it's 2024 because I'm
Yeah,
not picking up. I'm not picking up a phone to answer it.
Yeah, Leo's one of the MVPs, and we'll want to.
Yeah.
Everybody that donated big numbers will. I mean, everybody that donated, period, is worthy of being shouted out, and especially because sometimes when when people have a lot of money, they can afford to give more, and even somebody that's dead broke and gives $10 can sometimes give more than the person that
Yeah.
gives 1,000.
Dude, you give anything this time of year. You give anything this time of year.
Yeah, anything
It's
this
so
time of year,
huge.
but for the people that have it and still offer it, it's just everybody's great. Everybody's great, no matter what you sent.
You sure you want to include me in that?
So
No, we'll backtrack that a little bit. You're not great.
$9.
Little too late on that
Yeah,
one.
you're trying, but yeah, he just saw he had $9 in his Venmo. Well, it's honorable mention. I'll allow it.
I'll allow
See if
it.
Angel can bring down some of Lucky's cookies.
I hear footsteps.
So yeah, Angel's finalizing the numbers, and we're gonna go ahead and get it taken care of.
I believe that gets us to 71.44. I think is the final number.
Yeah,
That's a pretty badass number right there. I'll tell you what.
especially at this time of the Luis is in the chat now too. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to both of you and everyone watching.
What about all three of us?
Thanks, man. Yeah,
That's it.
but both
Come on now, Luis.
both of our screens.
I just had to mess with him.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
puppies are coming.
Oh, doggy time.
Here for 69.69. Yeah, I need to submit a clip.
Yeah, you got to do that for 69.69.
100%. Yeah.
Look at my eye twitching. Yeah, we got puppers coming down. We are going to give the crystal away. I really appreciate everybody showing up and taking care of things. Yeah. So,
I just heard the swinging door open. By the way, that's how good these ear monitors are. By the way,
yeah. So
I can hear that. Like it's so crazy.
if you donate money past now, it will still go to the rescue, but we're cutting off for the
drawings.
For the drawings, we're cutting that out. We're done. I greatly appreciate it. If you see this late, if you have to be watching this stream later, you can always send money, or again, you can go to Pawsitive Tails. You can go to their website. That's in the description of the stream, and you can buy. They have an Amazon wish list. You can buy stuff on the wish list. Buck sauce.
Storm dog.
Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Storm dog. Hey, where are you going? Come here. Come here, buddy. Storm. Hey, come here. It's Piglet. Come on. Come here, Storm dog. Come here, buddy. Why are you being weird?
Because he's Storm dog.
It's okay, buddy.
Fun fact on the side: we're about to have 2 300s on the same pair in holiday
There
levels.
you go.
Really?
Wow,
Yes.
Hi, Storm.
It's nice, buddy.
Rick Justice is going for front 11 right now,
Sweet,
and he got it.
buddy. Oh, it's just nice, buddy. Oh, shut up, buddy. What? You helping, buddy?
Hi, buddy.
He's doing a heck of an assist.
Yep.
Do I have any more spindrifts in there? You see if they've got an island punch in the top?
It's Bug. Bug's the other one. Bug's going for 12 right now.
Yep. Mr. Storm got returned twice.
Thank you.
To the rescue.
Storm did?
We are his third or fourth owners. I can't. But he got returned at least 2 times to the rescue. So we are owners number 3 at the very least. So
He's so much fun, man. He always is so much fun.
Yeah,
He just the energy that he has is unmatched.
I haven't seen that for a while.
Unmatched.
I moved it when I was two.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pictures is of Raylan and Storm sitting on his little cot out back
Yeah.
when they're both turned around looking back. I love that picture so much.
Well, yeah, and we just couldn't make it happen this year, but we wanted to get Storm out to the youth leagues and take a video of him like bowling off a dragon ramp and hanging out with the kids in their jerseys and whatever else. Yeah. But it just didn't happen.
Well, next week's Fun Week if you guys are free.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the family fun week
going on next weekend. We'll have to talk.
We got the announcement today from Larry that when they start up mid-January for their second session,
okay.
the season or the start time is an hour earlier. I'm like, you killing me, Smalls. 8:30 a.m. start time. Ugh.
Yeah,
just half and half.
Half and half.
Okay.
Dude, so I'm excited. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite parts of the year, giving stuff away, watching this. This is awesome.
Yeah. And
my daughter will probably be joining us here soon.
Oh, awesome.
Because this is the other thing is not only do we have people donating money to the cause, but we also have a lot of people that are donating prizes for or giveaway items for people to have. So this year, what we're going to do, every prize package has a number. And so we're going to do a number.
No, we draw the name first.
We draw the name first, and then we draw
we pull the
number of the package. So it's not, we had just kind of gone down the line with, we'll pick a name and then you're going to get this, but everything's completely random this year.
Yep.
So we're going to do a name picker thing.
Yeah. So I've been looking at my iPad a lot the last few minutes. I've got a list of all the entries here. We use namepicker.net to draw the names out of the list. So everything, like Max Costa has 24 entries, I think, or something like that. John Lander has 42. And so everybody, your odds of winning correspond to your
Mr.
How do I say it?
Come here, sweetie.
To how many entries you have out of the entry count, which there, what is it? 1,412 is the total number of entries that were purchased just by how it all worked out.
Mister,
so
can you hop up?
Just
if any of us win,
make it, sweetie. Oh, you poor doggy. I know.
Like if I win, we'll re-roll it.
Oh, Mistle's got the arthritis. You poor little doggy. I know. Our first rescue dog, she doesn't quite get the jump up.
There were 60 people that donated this year for the Doggo fundraiser. That's awesome.
60?
Yep.
Yeah, 60 different 60 unique donators.
60 unique people.
Well, which is really great because if we got that means that that people average over $100 donating.
Yeah. By the way, way to math. That's awesome.
Is that right?
Mistle.
No.
60 people and 7,200, 7,150.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, way to math.
I can't.
Can we win the jersey off James back? Oh, dude, James.
I know
you need to do it.
I won't do it.
Do what?
I was going to pick her up, but she hates being picked up.
Yeah, I'm not letting her.
James,
win the jersey off my back? No.
Come on, we need to do it.
I know.
We got to do it.
So you actually want Luke's stream to be demonetized?
Yeah.
We don't. No, you don't have to take it off on the stream.
Heath asked if they can win the jersey off my back.
You just.
No.
No, he can take it off later.
Mom has spoken.
I'll go pull one of Luke's out of his closet. You can win one of his.
You know how many times I've gone over to Luke's house and to do the stream? Back when we were doing the Rise and Grinds, and I forgot a hat, and I had to wear the turbo hat.
I think you're the only one to ever wear that hat.
You know what? It's great.
Luke's not a hat person. He looks like a dog.
I can't do it because it gets really bright in here.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Yeah, can't do that.
My eyes, I can't see. Sorry, I had to.
How's your head not already bright?
What, mine or his?
His. He said it gets bright in there, but
I
he's
don't know.
already got a bald head.
And his head is already luminous, I thought.
I know. It's one confused.
I tell you what, you guys leave me alone.
Hey, you say it. I'm just repeating it.
That is very true. So it's using one of these Panda Pack tumblers to hold all the numbers that we draw.
One of my favorite cups is the Panda Pack coffee mugs.
Yep.
Well, the Yeti type.
I have one of the big, like 20-ounce Yeti type ones that I use quite a bit.
Those are my fave. Wear those all the time, or wear them. Use it all the time. Take it to work a lot. I think James needs to be shot with a Nerf gun. It has not happened tonight. I think it needs to happen right now.
Oh boy.
Put one right on his forehead.
Oh boy.
Stick it. Make it stick. Stick.
Give you $1 if you can hit my glasses from there and make it stick.
Stick? Doubt it. No,
You got to lick it first.
I told you to say.
Come on.
What you told me to say?
It's in the spreadsheet.
I didn't see it. My spreadsheet.
No, if it's in a spreadsheet, you saw it.
It's not true.
I didn't ask if it was true. I asked you to say it.
Max's lightning blackout looks really good.
That's not what it was.
That's as close as it's gonna get.
Nope.
Or what?
You're in my house. What do you mean, or what?
Oh, look,
By the way, James,
It's working.
there it is.
my spreadsheet app is working. Hang on. Okay.
Thanks for keeping my spot warm tonight. I
The
appreciate it.
lightning blackout is better than I thought it was after seeing Max and Riley throw it. There, I read it. Are you happy?
Luke, what is that? Are you still in the same beer, Luke?
Yeah. I've been on the same one for a while here, but
I could not. By the way, I want to apologize to everybody. 'Cause I was wearing
I'm going to get shot in the eye. I've been through this with Chris.
See, I've got protection.
I've still got a scar from the.
Ah, darn it. I was trying to throw it. Sure.
Did that go through?
No.
Oh, I went under. Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
Still got a scar from the frickin' ice cube.
Don't give her more ammo. What are you doing?
Frozen beef darts. All right, so we're going to start doing the drawings. Once again, there's a lot of people that want to donate and don't really want any of this stuff. Now, some of the stuff is, depending on what prize package you get, you're probably going to want it, even if you're like, oh, I have plenty of bowling balls or I don't really want anything. Some of this stuff, like the pizza cutter and the handcrafted items, are one of a kind, ridiculously amazing. And then, of course, we have the 12 of the packages.
No, all 13.
All 13. So there's enough for all 13?
Yeah, there should
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
He
okay.
gave me extra.
Oh, okay. So all 13 packages.
Because I gave you 2 there, right?
Does that
Yes,
include
we
the
have 2
super,
and 2.
Does that include the super pack?
I'm pretty sure it's everything. Let me count.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll count. But the limited edition for the doggos spinner and paw print ball cup.
I have 15 spinners.
Okay, so yeah, we got
Cool.
15 spinners
We good.
anyway. So we're good for all the packages for that.
15, you said?
Yeah, 15 of the spinners. So
Okay.
yeah, every one of the packages will get at least a spinner. Most, if not all, will get ball cups too.
I
Perfect.
think I have more ball cups than I do spinners.
Oh, okay. So everybody gets
That works well.
is Oprah. We're going Oprah here.
You get a ball cup. And you get a spinner.
I'll get a
And
ball
you get
cup.
a.
Do you have the
that.
prize list on your phone, Angel?
So
Do you have
even
the
if
prize
you're
list?
somebody that has way too many bowling balls and you don't really want a bowling ball and a gift card,
I'm just
you're
thinking
still gonna
$50.
get this stuff.
Oh,
But
it's just
if
numbered
you
on
don't-
this, I was just going with the corresponding.
If you don't want the stuff,
It's not
if you're
numbered on
still
the spreadsheet.
here watching and your name gets called for a drawing,
It's on Excel.
you
right?
can put in the chat and say, okay, go on ahead and re-roll it.
That's
column.
So you don't, if you win something and you don't want that thing, or you want to just donate and don't really want to be a part of the giveaway,
I numbered him as 13.
if we
and
call
I
your
put his
name,
on there.
just say re-roll. So
I've got my eyes on the chat. So if somebody wants to re-roll, I got you. Did you hear me?
Little numbers he's going to draw.
Yeah,
Luke.
I've got the numbers.
Yo, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, on him.
Said I'll watch the chat. If I see a re-roll, I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I've got it up too. So we'll draw a number and we'll give it a minute or so to let people have a chance to re-roll if they so choose.
I know I beat a dead horse here, but man, thank you guys again so much. This is awesome. Giving away the stuff is so much fun too. I know it's becomes a headache when you guys have to get all that going, but it's definitely worth the headache. And Pawsitive Tails
That's fine. Then you can pull
is
it.
so appreciative of this every year. You have no idea. You
Yeah.
have no idea.
It'll be you know, to get all this stuff because if you win something and you're here, you'll know about it. But if you're not, Angel will send you something on PayPal or Venmo telling you that you've won something. We'll get your information, and it'll probably be a week before we get stuff shipped out.
Well, and there's only a few that aren't in Discord.
Yeah.
So a majority of the people that donated are in Discord, and I can just message them.
Okay, so yeah, some of the stuff could be expedited, but
That
yeah.
last one,
Okay, cool.
and that's Venmo.
Got it.
Okay.
Not that he matters.
So Discord coming through tonight. Let's go.
And they
7164.
usually do. So
Oh, I know they
people
do.
sign up for $5, and it's like they just spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars being in my Discord every year for one thing or another.
Go Mizzou, M-I-Z, baby, Malcolm. I see right there. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, by the way, we knocked off KU real quick. Would you have to say that real quick before we
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to that?
Yep. Overrated.
I'm not sure exactly what that screenshot is supposed to be, but
I think
That was
that's-
number one, by the way. I don't care. It was still a number one snap off.
Yep. I'd take it.
All right. Just double checking things. Are we good to draw, Angel?
Yeah, I'd say we're good to draw for number one.
hold on.
So anybody that we'll still send donations to the rescue after this, but no more entries into the draw.
Entries are officially closed.
Entries are closed.
Yep.
You can donate more. It will still go to the rescue, but entries for the drawings are closed.
Yep. So just a quick administrative note. I believe I mentioned this earlier. Not sure how well y'all can see this
Just give it a second to zoom.
on
Yeah.
stream. But using namepicker.net for this.
That's what we normally use, right?
Yeah, that's what I've done every
Yeah.
year. I'm just explaining it again for people who
Well,
first
just
time.
more
Yeah.
for the ones that have been here.
Yes, it's the exact same way we've done it in the past for drawing the names. Just got a list of every single name for every single entry. So all told, we actually had a $20 come in last second from someone in Discord. So we're now up to 1,414 total entries. So we have 1-to-1 for that.
Everybody did. Joe says someone's got to model each package like a Price is Right showcase.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough room on the set.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know we're changing how we do this a little bit this year. Is that right, Angel? So
Can I pick you up?
I draw a name,
The name first,
and
then
then
he draws the prize.
and then Luke draws the number, which correlates to the prize pack.
That way, if it's the same as the prize they donated,
Yeah, then
He
we can
redraws.
redraw. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
yes.
Aspen, can I pick you up?
Perfect.
No.
Oh,
That's kind of a rhetorical question because she may be okay with it.
Piggy.
I'm just not sure I can actually physically pick her up.
Vanna
Because-
Niffen.
Piggy.
She is the tank.
Okay, that's pretty
All right.
great, Heath. Vanna
Yeah.
Niffen. That's great.
Please know. All right. Our
First drawing.
first name, John Lander. Congratulations.
John Lander.
STL boy.
And I can't. These are all folded.
Yep, they're all
You-
double
you
folded and
can't
everything.
see.
Yep.
Double folded twice. I can't see what the numbers are.
Cheater.
And since he didn't donate, he gets whatever.
All right. If I can unfold this. Number 8.
Number 8. That is the Teal Rhino pen and the Marvel Max SE bottle stopper.
It's one of the good ones.
Yes, it is.
It's one of the special ones for the smoked Gouda King.
Hold on, let me hold on to that for a second because I need to find my notepad.
I'm writing
I
it
need
down,
you.
Angel.
I need cheese.
Teal Rhino pen, Marvel Max SE bottle stopper, and
Ball cup and a spinner.
ball cup and spinner for the
Peter.
doggos.
Congratulations, Mr. Lander.
Do you want to try and pick your color, or should I just assign? Because that's a lot of stuff for me to get out.
Just decide.
I would
Probably.
say decide unless you can do it some way for the Discord people. It's going to be rough.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know how to do it otherwise.
I would do random draw. I just pick one and send it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick one and send it.
Hi, Storm.
They'll
I
be
say the only thing is if they want to list a color, if they have a preference, if they're in the chat right now,
yeah.
and then if I have a corresponding color, I will use that.
Yeah.
That would be the best to not have to hold them all.
But yeah, these are fancy things. You might think it's a pen and a bottle stopper, but this represents a lot of work, a lot of
Short.
precision. This is an extremely nice pen. This
I'll
is
use
something
to
that you
put
would
the drawing
pay.
in it when I actually-
He put price amounts for
He's
these.
in here.
Yeah.
He just
for
commented.
Yeah. So I mean,
Colors don't matter to me. He just said.
Teal Rhino pen. This is this is $100 pen because it's handcrafted, and this is a very, very nice pen. So
Yep, absolutely. By the way, John, I just left St. Louis and I didn't get any damn
Like-
cheese.
$35 worth of spinners and ball cups and stuff. So
Yep.
all right.
Sweet.
Yep, colors don't matter to him. So that's what I would do,
The colors
Angel. That's
don't
your
matter?
call, though.
And everybody in the chat saying random. So
Yeah, just do random.
No,
Perfect.
that's fine. It's
All right.
I don't want
number 8 is out.
Number 8 is out of
John
play.
Lander has spoken. The great John has spoken.
The great captain of smoked
And
cheese.
as a reminder,
Yeah.
that only takes one of his entries.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is he can still win more stuff.
Correct.
If his name comes up again, he's donated a lot of money, and we're not a one-off thing. So
Yep.
if he wins 2 or 3 more prizes, that's just what it is. So
Pretty much. So let's draw another name. Kyle English, the good doctor
Oh.
himself. Kung Fu English.
What did he win?
We are about to find out.
I don't know. 1, is that a 1?
Yes.
That is
I
the
can't see
one
that from here.
No, the CTD package, it's the
Yeah.
Surface package. That would be amazing for Dr. Kyle, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's been talking about like changing surfaces and everything too.
Yeah.
That's-
So that's
That's-
I think that
Oh,
fits very
perfect.
well.
That worked out extremely well. Yeah.
Heck yes.
All right.
That's awesome.
Cool. So
So is Doc?
Yep.
Has he commented?
He's in the chat.
He just
here.
did. He just said,
Hey,
woo.
he said, woo.
So Doc, you need to message Biddle.
So Doc, yeah, get in touch with Biddle
Yep.
and he'll get you squared away with that.
Yep. Doc message Biddle.
Awesome possum.
We can expedite that somehow.
Yeah.
But
All
message
right.
Biddle- yeah. That Surface package is going to be great.
It's legit.
Yeah, that's actually one of the best. That's pretty
I
good.
love that stuff.
Perfect.
Winner.
Lou Brown, Major League 2. I love this shit.
The face.
Don't make me laugh like that. It hurts.
Another name, Derek Wozniak, the Wizard of Woz.
Oh, yeah.
My dude, 300. He shot Bills in Kansas City here a few weeks ago. Or KCO.
When we opened the donations, he was the first
First one he sent $500 in.
Yes.
So Derek is the high money
He's a high donor. Yep.
Yeah.
$500. He was the very first one that sent something in. So Derek,
Within like 15 minutes.
I hope you get something amazing.
It might
here.
have been less than that.
Yeah.
I just said within. I
Yeah.
don't even know.
And he shot 300 at KCO.
Number 9, that is the Vibe Red Pearl and a $100 Bowler's Mart gift card.
Boom.
I think
Cool.
I think it's actually gonna like the vibe. Let me grab this real quick.
Did you hear me, Luke?
Hmm.
Gave him a shout out. He shot 300 at KCO too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's
Vibe
very
Red
cool.
Pearl. It looks awesome. He's gonna like it.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Hell yeah. That a boy. And he's a rocker.
And of course,
Even
he's
better.
got 2 entries into the super pack too.
Yup.
So yeah.
Like me some Waz. He's a good dude. That's the first time I ever met him. He's a good guy. I like him a lot. Uh-oh. My child just walked in my room.
Oh boy. All right. Pulling another name. Kyle English again.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Dr. Kyle.
Can you hear him on the ear?
What number we got here?
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
What do you mean?
Number 11.
11.
That
Give
is
us
the
some away now.
Ball of Choice from Cam Ditzler.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've got a surface pack and a new ball coming.
I think you and I look alike. What do you think?
A little bit. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like Ray looks like exactly like a like if you did a face mash with you and Amanda, that would be Ray.
Oh yeah.
So
It's close for sure. Yeah, it's close. Come here.
All
Put
right.
your face in here. Oh, we got the wife here now too. Come on now. There we go.
Yeah, so you can tell.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Uh-huh.
Dominic
little
Barash,
angel walked in.
a.k.a. Nick.
And we're all blind.
Oh yeah. All right.
The glasses. You know, as bad as she looks like my mother.
Yeah.
What?
This one looks like my
What?
mother.
You look like Grandma. Grandma is short.
That's her nanny.
What number
My
we got
mom's like
there?
5 foot tall.
Number 7,
I already
Steel
like
Rhino
that.
bottle opener and high road pen for Dominic Barash or Barish. I don't know how you say
Yeah.
it. That guy.
I'm gonna go with Bearish.
Yeah, probably.
Is that what you said?
7.
High Road Pen and Teal Rhino Pro bottle opener.
That's the one.
Make sure I had the right combo.
Perfect.
The special custom handcrafted Amazeball stuff.
On my wallet. You can stay here with me if you want, but you can't hear anything.
All right. Another name. Waz again.
Well,
Oh, really?
he did donate $500. $500
That is-
is
yeah.
gonna be tough.
Slightly. What we got? 13's Tobias.
The camera's
All
right.
of
We got
choice.
current line ball of choice.
Yep. So we're getting he's getting into getting his money's worth here.
Okay. Who are we drawing something else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Got
just
one.
drew for Derek Wozniak, Wizard of Woz, won again.
Sorry, I got distracted. I had family come down here, so
Hey, Mike Lexa. Homer Lex won.
Oh, this will be hilarious.
Yes.
Oh. It's gonna be the same thing he made, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, if that
Do
happens,
it.
you just redraw it.
I know, but do it. I just want to see it happen.
I know. I just know because that's how I work. 10.
Number 10, marked safe. That is the 3D offset purple silver.
Oh, we got a bull.
Yeah. I think
Cool.
that's
That's
a ball
awesome.
I like, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems really good for him. I like that idea.
Well, and if he doesn't want to drill it, he can make something pretty.
Yeah. And an entire
That's
unreal
actually-
ball would make a whole lot of pins and bottle stoppers. And
Angel, that's actually pretty great. That's funny.
Yeah. All
It is
right.
very pretty.
Yeah. Oh, no, it looks fantastic.
And this is coming from someone who hates purple.
yeah,
It doesn't even look purple.
it would make very nice pins.
Yeah.
So if
That'd
it
be a nice bowl.
That'll be a nice
Yeah.
bowl.
so if it sucks, you're set up.
Does that count as re-gifting if he makes a bowl out of it and puts it in for the
All right.
doggo drawing next year?
6 more
Kind of.
prizes here.
Here, oh, winning.
Hey, John Nut House, one of our later
Nut House.
entries. What number we got there, Luke?
12.
Number 12. That is current line SPI from Keith Austin.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mr. Nut.
Is he a Discord guy?
Yep, he is Nut House.
That house.
Nut House. Okay.
So yeah, actually so far, so Waz won Tobias's, so he can message Tobias
Yep.
when he decides, and can message Keith when he decides.
I don't think Derek's in here.
Yeah, Waz is at a wedding tonight, I believe.
Oh, that's right, he did say
Yep.
that. He was the one. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine.
Yep.
We'll talk to him tomorrow after his.
Hey, I finally won something.
Oh.
This is I've checked in to the drawings every single year. This is the first time I won
No,
something.
your name was drawn last year, the year before, but it was your.
I agree. Yes, he did get drawn.
Old.
So
I
because
forgot
we
about
work
that.
with so that happened twice,
Yeah.
which is why we're doing it this way now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna.
I
draw
finally actually
But-
win something.
You
By the way, James, you
Fire.
still suck.
Bowler's Mark Ball of Choice.
If you draw number 2, I'm going to be so mad.
I know it's going to happen. I know it's limited.
It didn't
So
happen last time, but
Yeah.
you are
James,
first.
You still suck.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not a
happens.
magician. I have nothing.
Oh,
we're not-
No.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this is very interesting because James has
No.
donated money to this for several years now, and he has his
Come here.
name
I am
once
Come
and
on
was
here.
for his own prize.
I am so far in the red on this from a financial perspective.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
The puppers are not though.
Show
True
me
that.
number 2. Show me number 2.
That wasn't funny.
Number 5, timeless pen.
Oh.
It wasn't in my ear.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Look who we've got. Look who we've got on here now. I've got somebody that actually doesn't want to spend time with me on here on live.
Yeah.
Heck
That is. Yeah, that's the.
Well, yeah.
Primo.
That's like the best non-giant package.
Hey, Luke.
And then unscrew it because the pen is inside the.
Amanda says James is a cheater.
Let's go. Heck yeah. Sorry.
This is the first, by the way.
Yeah.
First time in Doggo history here.
Yeah.
You're down here.
And
You come here.
first time that Amanda's been on camera too. So.
I know, right?
Uh-huh.
She can't hear what you're saying though, because I have monitors in my ear.
Yeah.
All right. Now I got done getting distracted by my.
We need Santa hats.
Yeah. You can play with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Bet. Clear that out.
Can you guys hear?
All right. Time to pick another name. John Lander again.
John Lander again. All right. What does he win? Come on, Vanna Luke.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what I'm picking, but I'm not. There's only a few left in there, and so I want to make sure that I don't. Not like
You hear it?
no conspiracies.
Everything's a conspiracy if you think hard enough.
Yeah.
Got to upgrade to that heavy duty tinfoil hat.
3.
Number 3 for John Lander. That is the High Road Bowl.
Oh.
Ooh, that is a
Yeah, that's another one of the good ones.
that's a schmexy win right there.
That's the dark.
He just won the High Road Bowl. The one that
That's the
smells
High
like the High
Road,
Road. She can't hear.
High
so
Road
she
Bowl.
doesn't want to be on.
Yeah, it just smells so good. It's got some of the core in there, and yeah, this is just very cool. I have a Spectre bowl that he made for me that I keep all my effects in. All right, we got 3 more
Sick.
numbers.
Yep.
For the regular pack.
That'll hold some nice cheese. That's good.
Then we will have a drawing for the
Crystal.
ultimate packet, or do we want to do the crystal first? We'll do the crystal. So we've got 3 more to draw, and then we'll do the crystal, and then we'll do the ultimate prize package.
Yep.
Perfect. So, all right.
Next name. John Isaac Crowhurst. Ego, my Lego.
Yeah. I Ego, if you're in there, I'm still working on the maple syrup whiskey. That's good.
What number we got?
Luke, did I try that one yet?
I'm not sure if you tried it yet because it was a KCO and he brought me some maple donut whiskey.
Oh, I gotta try it.
Yeah.
I gotta try it.
4.
Which one? 4?
4.
Number 4. That is the Night Road Bowl.
All right.
Another good one.
What's
Very
Keep,
cool.
like, picking this up and wanting to drink it.
does anybody remember what the scent is on that?
The Night Road?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
It's like fruit pop or something like
It's
that.
Fruit Punch.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just pop or something.
Okay. Okay.
I got to look it up real quick. Yes.
You win a bowl and it smells good.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, it's freaking cool. One of a kind.
Fruit Trifle.
Fruit trifle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Punch, that works. Yeah.
It's fruity.
Yeah,
Close enough.
for sure.
Fruit something. 2 more names
Yep.
for the regular prizes.
Stephen Scott.
Yeah.
Silent Stevie, I think.
Is that Discord?
Yeah, he's a Discord guy. Hasn't said a ton, but
That's why he calls himself
yeah.
Silent.
Silent
Silent
Stevie,
Stevie,
the
yeah.
name checks out. Yeah.
All right.
What number we got?
Two.
Number
There's
2.
there's
That is
two.
me. Yep. So that is
Yeah.
a Bowler's Mart item of choice.
So he cannot be silent when he talks to you.
That is very true. But he could. He just would end up with something random from Bowler's Mart.
Well, I can definitely. There's one left. So whoever wins this wins prize package. I don't know what that is.
What? That's a 6. That's underlined.
What's the box?
Oh, okay. Well, that was the last thing that I thought that was going to be.
Robert LeBeau wins package number 6.
Oh, yep.
Which is High Road T Pizza Cutter and Night Road Pen.
Oh, you get the murder weapon.
He's in Discord. Oh my gosh.
RC LeBeau.
Yeah, thank you. I was
Yeah.
like, dang it.
Yep.
I know.
What's the box? Yeah. The very funny thing is that the box finish on the bowl is literally reactor gloss.
Freaking amazing.
It's his finished
Awesome.
his finished polish is reactor gloss
And I will say
for these items.
I think Robert LeBeau won either last year.
We won
the
last year, I
first
think.
year that we did. So he actually re-gifted his prizes to the high school as a fundraiser. So
Yeah.
he won.
Oh,
the fundraiser
yeah, that's
and
right.
turned
It wasn't
around.
the MVPs or something
No,
like that.
the MVPs he kept. So no, it was the crafter items. He won last year. He
Oh,
won the
yeah, that's
crafter
right.
items,
I
and
forgot
he
that.
turned
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and he passed it on.
That's cool. Oh, I remember this. Yes, I remember that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Give me the pizza cutter
Yeah. Okay.
one more time.
You have the best pizza cutter ever.
This is for the other one.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah. Like this is just the head on this thing weighs a pound,
is.
pound and a half
Did
by
you show
itself.
it that you could unscrew it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
showed
showed
that
that
earlier.
Yep.
So yeah, you can unscrew it, and I do that all the time. So when I'm cutting pizza, I will cut the pizza and then I will unscrew the head off of it and set the handle out. So
I think Luke's ready to cut James.
man, I'm ready to.
I'm feeling a little threatened
I'm
right
actually
now.
ready to go warm up my my stuffed crust Papa Murphy's pizza.
Oh.
I don't care. I didn't have to go pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, so we are. That is it for the regular drawings, right?
Yeah,
One of the
One
MVPs.
of the MVPs raised $250.
That's
Dang.
awesome.
Heck yeah.
All right, so we're out of the.
Well, I guess I don't care. I shouldn't have just said we're going to do the crystal physics next.
I think the Primo makes sense to do at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just do the
All right.
the crystal next.
Crystal Physics drawing is
So crystal physics, we are going now.
Joe Zapansky, Blackadder.
Oh my god.
Black Hatter.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet. He's had a lot of stuff going on. He's had some physical stuff, and we missed him at KCO. He thought he was going to be able to make it, but he couldn't. And he always, and every single time he's on his way through here, he leaves us $200 to give to the rescue, and he gave another $200 this time. So this is very, very, and
That's
he liked
badass.
the original physics.
Yeah.
Hey,
He had a
that's
couple of them and whatever else, and so this.
When he had to drop to 14, I actually bought one of his 15 blanks off of him. That's
Yeah.
what I got now.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's the unfortunate thing is he is throwing 14s now, and it's a 15-pound ball.
Rip.
We'll make something. We'll
Yeah.
make
I was gonna
something
say,
work out.
Maybe I can still get. Maybe we can talk to Cliff if he's got any overseas, any
Yeah.
of the physics in 14.
Yeah,
That maybe we can figure out how to get one.
we'll make something work. For
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, I bet Cliffy's in on that. I bet Cliffy will help us out.
We'll make it work. We'll make
Okay,
it work
We'll figure it out.
because
Yeah.
Joe's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
All
make
right.
it. We'll figure
That's
it out.
awesome though. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get. If he wants the crystal, by all means. But if he would like
Yeah,
something else,
The crystal is pretty badass though. Let's be honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
he-
if he wants something to throw, that would just be the bumper
Yeah.
part.
That's right. He is 14. Okay, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if he just wants it to have it, or he wants to do something,
Dr. Kyle says message me. So yeah, if Dr. Kyle wants to make something work out, we'll make something
Okay.
work out.
All right. All right.
oh, he's typing.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and do the big.
Sorry,
All right.
I'm figuring
Yeah.
out how to save the
Yeah.
results from the regular drawing first.
Yeah, now we have to save everything and then we have to go into the big time because now this is the Ultra Pies package for people that donated $200 or more. Wizard of Oz, I think is, well, there might be 2 people that have more than 1 entry, but
No, there's a few.
okay.
Yeah, we got a few.
There's a few. There are 18, 19 individual people that donated $200 or more, and a couple of them have 2 entries into that. And so it's just, this is awesome. I feel bad
Yeah, it's
for
21 total.
Okay.
And they're
21.
yeah, the
Man, that's
Waz,
awesome.
me, and Blackadder all have 2 each. Everybody else has 1.
And I feel bad for everybody that doesn't win something out of this, but at the same time, I appreciate everybody, and they knew what they were doing. They're donating for a good cause, and it's weird with fundraisers sometimes, because it's like, you know, you are trying to win yourself something, get yourself a prize, but at the same time, you're also donating to something awesome. So sorry if you don't win, but thank you. I can't.
We want to give absolutely everybody
really-
a prize. We do. We
Yeah.
just don't have
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That might be a little too cost prohibitive.
Yeah. Trust me, I really want to give that many prizes. I really, really do.
All right. So we have got a total of 21 names in here. Only 1 can win. Craig Nursey.
Craig Nursey.
Congratulations, sir. Is he in Discord?
I don't recognize the name.
That's about what I was about to ask. That is that I don't recognize that name.
Outside of the donation.
Yeah. Outside of that, I'm double checking, but I don't think.
Craig Nursey.
Craig Nursey.
What is it? Venmo or PayPal?
I'm checking. Hang on.
Well, we don't really have a wheel. It picks a name.
Yeah.
So if you can
all
put it up
using-
on the.
It's all using namepicker.net, Leo.
Can you
That's
scroll
how we're
down?
doing
Can
it.
you scroll down to where the name that it
so
picks?
that's
It is hard to see it, but yes.
Why are we frozen?
uh-oh.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Uh-oh.
But you can still hear us?
Yep.
Naturally it would do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's thinking about moving.
Am I still, when you see me, can I,
Yeah,
can I move my head? Can you see me fine?
Yeah, Leo, I'll have I'm saving the PDFs of this. So I'll have it posted on Discord.
It's a great screenshot, by the way.
Yeah.
Venmo.
We're trying to show it.
I'm juggling things.
I know.
Angel.
Hey.
Yeah, now we're on the
Not blind. Where is he? Oh, I just do it this way.
Doesn't Restream have a limit?
No.
No, I seriously remember this in like the payment terms of something.
I don't.
We've never
we
hit
streamed
this.
for like 4 hours and 15 minutes yesterday, and now Jonathan's gone.
Uh-oh. Venmo, Angel. Oh, I found it. It's Extentus Artax.
Oh, okay, yes. That he did message me though.
Are we dead?
I'm not sure if we're. I think we are.
Oh no. Yeah, we're dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, audio's
he's
there?
what? Yeah, he said everybody's. Okay, so Jonathan's gone. He said everyone's frozen, but the audio's there.
Try
Can
turning
you
the
end
camera off.
stream?
I did turn the camera off. I turned it off
Okay.
and turned it back on.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So they can hear us.
Okay, well, we should just end the stream before it like totally fails and it doesn't file.
Well, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it'll file,
Okay.
but this is just kind of dumb. The second we go to show something on the screen,
Perfect timing.
it gives
Yeah.
up. So
Okay.
Phenomenal timing. Yeah.
anyway,
So, yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. We raised $7,000 and change for
yeah.
this.
Okay. Well, let's see if
Holy
we can get
crap.
Jonathan back on here, and if he's like, okay,
Hey, he's
live.
working.
So I unfortunately can't disconnect and connect back on again because
You're the owner.
That
of
means
the-
that we're
yeah.
gone. So
I'm here, though. Hey, guys.
yeah.
At tech support. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can you-
So we
No
could just-
kidding.
Was it both of us?
Let me see.
Or
Disable.
was it just me? Because I don't see you. You're still blank.
Let's
Turn the
just-
camera
Yeah,
back
your-
on.
Your webcam is totally messed up.
I don't think it's the webcam because Jonathan froze too.
Okay, can we just finish, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, we're done. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all for hanging out. Been awesome to to be a part of this. We're coming together just from a bunch of bowling nerds on the internet to raise. This is getting us close to if not over $30,000 now for dogs.
Nope, that
So-
makes it to 30 grand.
It does. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, and I think actually how we got to 7,300 last year was some late donations after. the
Oh
stream.
yeah, that's right.
So, which is
Mhm.
why I said go ahead and do the crystal.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that was after the fact. They just wanted to donate and they didn't care about the prices.
Thank you guys so much. I'll put my closing thoughts in here, and bear with me because I can't talk very well. I appreciate all the efforts both of you have done, as well as Angel. All of us. I'm just talking both of us when I say us on the stream, and then Angel. Angel does so much for this. You guys are amazing. We love all of you, and I appreciate everything you put towards this. And I look forward to this next year. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this has been great. I appreciate you sticking with us, even though
You're like half dead.
having some
Yeah.
technical problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was cut off, I'm sorry.
You're good, man.
My voice is cut off. How about that?
That
Do you
too.
want to say bye, Star?
Yeah.
They can hear you.
You want to say goodbye, Storm?
They can hear you. Whoa.
I can't. They can hear you, but I can't see you. But you
Yeah.
guys are.
Come here, Buck.
I'm not live and in person, but you guys are amazing. And once again, I look forward to this next year. So
Yeah, for sure.
this is awesome.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for everything. Like I said, it'll probably be. Thank you, Buck. It'll probably be a week before we get stuff out. Might be a little bit sooner for some of the stuff, and then we will we'll take a picture of the. I think we do a cashier's check now for the.
Yeah, I go to the bank and I get the check and I drive it to them because plus I've got crates to take them.
Yeah, so we got stuff to take up to the rescue, and so we'll take stuff up there. We'll take the check. We'll post a picture of it on social medias and whatever else. So
PayPal and Venmo have been taking.
yeah, Jonathan's gone. Oh no, he's still there. Okay.
No, I'm here.
PayPal
Well,
and
it's
Venmo
just-
have been taking cuts, and
Yeah.
so if I take them the check, it just costs me the $2 for the check, and they get 100% of the money then.
Yeah.
That's
So
to ensure that they literally get every dime.
mhm.
Perfect.
What we've done these last 2 years is nothing short of amazing, though. Like it's,
Yeah,
it's,
that's almost 15 grand the last 2 years. So,
That's crazy, man.
I remember a couple of years ago when we had a bunch of us on the stream, we were all wearing Santa hats, and we're like, "Oh, this is super hot."
yeah,
I tried to find my Santa hat, and I couldn't find it.
yeah.
And so I feel bad because I at least wanted to wear it for a little bit. But man, this is so awesome. I love you guys. I love everybody that supports this. It's hard. I can't put it into words. This is great. Thank you guys.
I mean, you're making a run at it, but whatever.
I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. We will see you
Probably
for-
Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night for the breakdown pair and on videos, and otherwise we will see you next year for.
Hopefully, I have a voice and I'm live and in person.
Yeah, for number 7. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
Peace.
Woof.